21 plus. If you know for a fact that you may have the IQ of a peanut, please do not join my live. If you cannot see past your nose because you feel like feelings are involved, please do not join my live, right? It's not going to go anywhere. It doesn't matter what I tell you. You're going to feel like you're in love, and this nigga doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, right? This nigga is pessimistic. You might even cuss me out on here, right? So let's not do that. If you know for a fact, right, that another human being on earth in our economy, right, where the price of eggs are $40, has control over your brain, please do not join my live. I'm gonna say it again. If you know for a fact that another human being on earth in the economy that we're living in, with the price of eggs being $40, has control over your brain, please do not join my live. Please, let's listen. There's no point. Okay? Let's let's run up the likes. If y'all can, if y'all really want to support, of course you don't have to, but if y'all really do want to support, make sure y'all going ahead and sub. Get me to my sub goal. Let's get it started, man. That is the limit. Well, I lost 4 people online when I said that. Let's get to 50K on the live. Let's get to 50K.
Hey, KB.
What's going on?
Nothing much. I don't know like what to do in this situation, so I just wanted to come on live. Basically, I have a guy friend. He had a group of his friends over. He invited me and my friends. Long story short, we were chilling, listening to music, all that. At the end of the night, one of his friends asked for my socials, gave it to him. The next day,
how old are these guys in question? How old are you?
I'm 21. He's like the same age as me, but I'm 8 months older than him. So it's like, but yeah, he gets my socials. We're hitting it off. He's asking me questions, talking to me, like green flags everywhere. He's coming to my place, I'm going to his. Nothing weird yet. Within a week, he's asked me on a date.
What are y'all doing at each other's places? What are y'all doing at each other's places within a week? What were you doing?
Literally just talking. Like first kiss happened like at his, but like that was just kiss and then left.
You said what happened?
First kiss, but it was just like not my first kiss, just like between us. It was just like I kissed him and then I left. If that makes sense. It was just like yeah. But yeah, everything's going fine. Like I don't see. There's literally no red flags. I've been to his game. I've met his friends. Like it's just green flags everywhere. Basically one of his friends also wanted to like start talking to one of my friends, so he asked her on a date. They went on a date. Obviously she's gonna come back, debrief us, and then she's letting me know, oh, this is after a month or 2. So like this is like everything's going
a month or 2 of you talking to the guy?
Yeah.
And real quick, so has it gotten physical between y'all at this point? Because we gotta keep.
Yeah, it's got not physical as in like sex or anything, just like just yeah. But obviously she's debriefed us, and she's just like, yeah, I can't lie. Obviously she's asked him, like obviously you and your boy and Mike are like talking. Has he said anything? Like, does he like her? And he's gone ahead and said, oh, obviously we don't ask him. He asked us, about like her experiences, quote unquote. Obviously when you hear experience, I don't know what to think when I hear experiences. But and then he's also like, the first time she went to his, like I knew because he sent me a snap and like I knew she was there. That's fine, because I know that's his boy. But when he says experiences and told them, I don't know who he's telling. So at first I was upset and I just wanted to like not talk to him. But they convinced me to just ask him. And I was like, okay, I'll ask him. So I've gone ahead and asked him like, oh, obviously, I don't know if you want to keep this private. Like, I want to tell my girls, you've probably told your boys. Have you told your boys? He goes, no, I haven't. And there's only a few boys I would tell.
What exactly? Tell them what?
Basically, at this point, we've done stuff together. I like people who are like tight-lipped, and this is his boy because
You're messing with a group, like there's a group of friends. Y'all, they're putting each other on to the different genres. You think it's gonna be tight lipped,
yeah,
bro?
but
But hold on. You don't even wait. Hold on. You don't even go on dates with these people, right? You're going to niggas' houses within the first week of talking to them, and you think
yeah,
for 1 second that niggas is gonna be tight lipped as to what you do with them while you're in that crib that they've been inviting you to for the first. Yo, you must start understand what's going on right now.
okay, but even if like okay, say he's not tight-lipped, I asked him once like, and then I asked him again. He said no. I asked him again, and he kind of like said no again.
Yeah,
Even
nah,
yeah, he didn't
nah. All
specify.
right, let me ask you. So there is no dates, right? Because
Mm,
the energy is what it is, right? What are you really expecting from somebody when it pertains to being tight-lipped? Especially when you're doing stuff with them, quote unquote.
mhm,
You know the group of friends. He knows your friends, right? So y'all all putting each other on, basically.
yeah,
No commitment between not within his friends, not within him specifically. There's no commitment. What do you really think y'all are being used for in this situation?
I don't know. In my opinion, like I've been, I'm quick to like I don't know, like obviously like there's boys who are out there just to like get stuff off you, but it's gone on for like a month or two. Like I don't see the point in you chasing me, like us going on dates, you inviting me to your games, like kind of like going public and stuff like that, and then you telling people about what allegedly I don't know, telling people about stuff that we've done. Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
And the guy in question is 20, 21.
2021, yeah. What do
See,
you think?
I gotta ask you a question, man.
Mhm.
What's your intention with this guy?
Honestly, in my opinion, it was going towards like maybe like becoming like going into a relationship because that's how I know it doesn't seem that way, but that's how like the way I thought it was going, and the way he's like treating me, like he's not giving me any red like flags at all. Like it's been going well. Like I don't know. Like anytime I ask his like, because obviously his boy is my boy as well. Like I'll ask him like,
Not
yeah,
your
like what does he
man.
say?
That's
Huh?
not your boy. That's what you're not getting. That you're not. See, what you're going through right is this is what we call a canon event, right?
Mm,
Um, these aren't your boys. That's his man. That's his man's. That's
okay.
his. So if you think to any degree that you're gonna get any level of truth from somebody that's more loyal to him, and they're all putting each other on with you and your homegirls, then none of them are committing to you or your homegirls. You're all pulling up to the cribs, whenever they feel like they want you to pull up to the crib or the games. Right? There's no level of commitment. That's not what it is. You can't expect anything truthful coming out of any of their mouth. There's no way.
Mm,
Those aren't your peoples. Um, so the years, but you just you gotta realize the situation that you're in. This isn't a commitment type of situation. This is a having fun with y'all type of situation. Clearly, right?
okay.
This is a having fun. What can we get these Johns to do here? What can we get them to do for little to nothing?
Right. And I'm guessing
No
what should I
energy, no
do?
effort. No energy, no effort. You know what I mean? What can we get them to do?
Guess so. I don't. So should I just like? Cause I had him blocked, but then I got paranoid because I don't know who he's told. So I no. So I just needed like I just wanted him to be truthful, and I just wanted to ask him a simple question, get an answer, and then huh?
He's not gonna tell you.
That's after I blocked him and asked him. I did clock that. Well, my friends clocked me to be fair. But then he ended up just confusing me even further. So
Yeah.
I don't.
He's not gonna tell you. Which I understand where you're coming from, obviously. But you gotta think, when you're looking for that type of, tight lips, so on and so forth, you gotta stray away from mutuals, right? People that live that close to you, people that are in the same groups, right? Because I understand what you want. I understand where you're coming from, right? Nobody really wants somebody talking on their business, right? But you can't give kids, because they're kids. That's what they are. You can't give kids that type of benefit to where, okay, this person is going to keep it to themselves, right? So this future reference though, because you got to think future reference. You're still young. Don't associate with people that y'all got mutuals, right?
Yeah.
You don't want none of that. That's weird. But yeah,
So
don't ask
I'm
too.
guessing,
Don't ask, huh?
I'm guessing just block him
It
again.
was already blocked. Why did you unblock him? As if you was gonna get
Because
less.
I needed, you don't understand, like, I
Why?
haven't blocked
After you
him
unblocked
in,
him and he made you even more confused. You didn't block him after that.
well, the last thing he said was, I don't know, which just confused me even further because he still wants to continue. Like he said, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
You're still talking about continuing.
I told him
All
just,
right.
I don't
Whatever he
know.
wants is what he wants. I'm talking about you. Why, after you got more confused, why didn't you block the person after you blocked them the first time for doing what they did?
I don't know. I don't know. Just stupidity, I guess.
Stupidity. How you calling yourself stupid? If you're
It
calling
is what it is.
if you're calling yourself stupid, could you imagine what niggas will do to you? If that's what you're already calling yourself?
You're clocking me right now, bro. Okay.
You're clocking yourself. If you start calling yourself stupid, God forbid what these niggas is calling you behind closed doors. Hey man. Hey, lock in real quick, alright? Alright, T man. Never. You gotta self confidence. That's the most. That's the most. Live it, learn it. Because she's not perfect. None of us are. Live it, learn it. But your self confidence is the most important thing at all times. At all times. At all times. At all times. You have to like. You gotta try. You gotta try your absolute best to keep that where it needs to be. Let's see. Because they'll see you as a walkover. You won't need that. Well, yeah, I appreciate the gift, Cass. That's lit. That's real. Let's see.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, man.
I didn't realize I was on that bitch.
What you
I just
want?
wanted to say what's up. I ain't want nothing for real.
You made me waltz all the way over to my phone.
I did. I very much did.
Hey, man, that was good though. What's the word?
Nothing. I be fucking with your page. That shit was funny as hell. I can't lie to you.
That's real. That's real unique. Hey, man, I appreciate you hopping on, man.
All right.
Come on, yo. Y'all see I gotta. Come on now. Shirley,
Hi, KB.
what's good?
I'm good, thanks. This is Shirley, and I just have an update. I've been on your lives a couple of times, and yeah, I just have a little update
When's the last time
because
you been on my life?
so
When's the last time you been on my
remember when
life?
I did
When was
the
the
last
last?
live that I did was that I'm celibate and I'm focusing on myself and things like that, and it's been 2 years. So since
The last live that you were on was 2 years ago.
no, it was last year, but now it's been 2 years since I've been in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole story that I told you that I got sexually assaulted and stuff. But now I'm in a better place.
The word, y'all have to watch the word. I gotta drop her.
Oh,
Yeah. Come back up. Come back up there. Come on, y'all. We're on TikTok live. They already be flagging me as is. They be tweaking on her. Yeah, F1 in the chat. Yeah, F1 before they start with their shit on here, bro. Because they always
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
yeah.
Sorry.
Just don't be too,
Okay. Okay, so recently I got approached by some guy. He's 2 years younger than me. I'm 20. I'm turning 24 this year, and he's 22 already. I've been like ghosting him, as in like not answering his texts because I was not ready to be in a relationship or speak to any guy like I planned to. So we go to the same uni. He bumped into me and he was like, "Oh, I've been texting you, but you're not saying anything." And I was like, "No, sorry, I've been busy with school, tests, and everything." Then I decided to answer, and we kept on like talking for weeks. Right? It's been a month now, if not two.
Let me clarify.
And
You were ignoring him, right?
yes, I was.
The response to be ignored is to catch you in real life and say, "Well, why you ain't been answering the phone?" You came up with an excuse, right? Because maybe you felt uncomfortable at the time, and as a result of that, you decided to keep talking to him. Well, continue to talk. Well, start talking to him after that whole thing.
Yes. But also it's because I've been busy with school and tests back to back. So I thought it would actually, that was the only inconvenience that I had. So as we were talking, we ended up like meeting and we spoke. So the only thing so far is that ever since I've spoken to this guy, he's never mentioned anything about a relationship. It's just casual talk, school, family, friends. That's all for 5 weeks now. And then recently, he communicates better when I have school or anything. He knows that he doesn't try to disturb me or anything. So there's a boundary that I have. I've never communicated my boundaries, but what I've seen is that he actually like respects the boundaries, such as my space. I don't allow anyone to come to my place or anything like that, and they respect that, right? So eventually I allowed them to come to my space, and they even slept at my place, and nothing near a relationship
Hey, real quick.
or anything.
Did y'all see that recent video on TikTok that's been going viral, where the guy was like, "I finally found a girl that she's cool, she's comfortable,
Yes.
so on and so forth." But she's like, he was like, "I finally found a girl that I could keep until I find a girl that I actually want." Y'all seen that? It was like, "I finally
Yes, I have.
makes me smile and makes me comfortable." Yeah. Seen that? Yeah.
Yes, I have. Okay, so the guy actually now slept at my place, I think 3 times, and there's not been any intimacy between us or him.
We skipped the dates,
Yes, we have went to dates.
but even on the dates, there's no talk about what he'd ideally want. It's like a friendship date, essentially.
And we have spoken about that, and he did say that he has an interest in me. He likes me and
Now
stuff
you're
like
saying-
that.
Before you're saying still not, I'm confused. Because at first you were saying there was nothing at all. Now you're saying that not only that there's dates, but he does talk about it on the dates. I'm confused.
Yeah, the first 3 weeks, we were not talking about none of that because I didn't feel comfortable talking about it yet. I did mention that I'm not comfortable talking about something like this yet.
Okay, so that wasn't on him. Okay, all right, go ahead. Continue.
Yes, and then we went out on dates, and then he slept at my place, and then nothing really happened. But recently, he just told me that he really likes me and he wants us to date.
He likes you, or he likes the place that he gets to sleep at whenever he feels like it.
He actually has a place to sleep. He does.
Yeah, go ahead, continue. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, so the only thing he told me so far is that he actually likes me and he wants to pursue a relationship with me.
Okay.
Yes, and that he respects my boundaries.
Okay.
He does live alone. I see someone saying he don't live alone. He does live alone. But I've never wanted to go to his place.
Okay. What else?
Yes, because he's one street away from me.
What else? What else you got from you on this situation?
What I wanted to know is, since it's been a while, I've not been in a relationship? What would be the pointers for me to look at instead of getting too excited when I get into one?
Wait, hold on. So how long has it been all together now?
Since I've been in a relationship,
Have you been talking to this guy?
talking to him 2 months now.
Two full months. And what is he saying when it pertains to like how y'all gonna go about it?
How we can go about it? Since we're both uni students, we only communicate or get to meet during weekends because now we have like assessment week and stuff. But during the week, we do communicate and check up on each other on what our plans are and what we need to do. So even if I don't text or anything, he always reassures me that this is what's going on. You have school, I'll speak to you tomorrow, or even calls me to ask, am I free at the moment so that we can speak? And then I say, yeah. Also, he doesn't just pop up at my place like he wants to. He communicates that as well. Are you around? Can I come and see you? And then I'm like, yes. So far, the only thing I think I am accepting of is the fact that they communicate. They also respect my boundaries. They don't get to touch too much on the intimacy part, but actually get to know me as a person instead of actually jumping into anything.
Okay. Yeah, so you're asking me how should you not get too excited about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you and I both know at this point in time. It's been a couple of years, man. It's still a hit or miss, right? That's straightforward. Dating is still a hit or miss regardless. You're still getting to know this. You're still getting to know this individual.
I'm not. Wait. I'm not trying to convince myself here. The reason why I got up here is that I'm actually open to correction and judgment. So it's not about me being scared of anything. I'm aware of everything that I've said, and it's not my first time being on here to get advice. So I would appreciate it if people do not mention anything as if like I'm delusional. I know what I'm saying, and I just need the right advice from KB, not anyone else. Thank you.
I was just saying not to think too much into it. Like I said, it's only been a couple months. You're kind of still figuring out whether that's the type of guy you want to deal with for real. It's y'all still in school. See what I'm saying? What I would say to you is make sure that you do have your boundary, right? If you're dating intentionally, have a certain point, maybe it's a month period of time to where, you want to get into the commitment type of phase, right? Because you don't want to get let on. But as long as you have your standards and your boundaries, and you're going by that regardless of who's in front of you, you'll be all right. We can't get too excited about somebody that hasn't really done anything, really. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Consistency. The communication has to make sense. Remember, you have to be as honest as you can with yourself as to what's going on in front of you. So, but no. It's not even a matter of just getting too excited, though. You just got to go and, make sure you just have your standards. That's all. That's all, man. I always tell people, especially in this phase right here, you just got to know, like, especially when it comes to commitment, what's that number in your mind? What's the max you go just talking to somebody, right? Especially when you're dating intentionally. As long as you know that, you're good, man.
Okay, thank you so much. That's all so far because I haven't gotten into deep into anything, but I just want to thank you. That's the only pointer that I actually needed.
That's all right. I appreciate you having on. All right, man.
Okay.
Shirley Ray, can I say everybody out? Yo, Shirley Ray, can I say everybody out on this one? Yo, let's see. Yo, what's the word? Yo, Desi, what's good?
It connected, but
Yeah, it's connected, but I think you're still connected to your car, though. The fuck? Yo, what's good? What's the word? What's good? What's the word? Motherfuckers be corny. Like, I don't be understanding, y'all. Hold on, let's see. Let's get Jasmine on here. What's good? What's good?
Hi, KB.
What's going on, man?
Just to start off, I'm 23.
All right. What's going on? 23. Let's break it, bro.
I want to preface by saying I'm a recovering Delulu, so go easy on me.
You're a recovering Delulu,
Yeah,
so I just take it easy on you.
yeah.
I'll consider it, man. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was in this, like, I'll call it a talking stage for 3 years, first red flag. And anyways, we ended up dating recently, so we're in a relationship now. And
Wait. So, right, currently, as in right now, you're in a relationship with the person.
yeah.
Oh, you're not recovering at all.
Oh,
You're not
well, I'm
recovering.
trying to recover, attempting to recover.
We gotta get to the point where, because if somebody had you in the talking phase for 3 years, they had you waiting in line until so they could live their life and do what they want without committing to you. Right? And you're actually in a relationship with that person right now, but you waited to get picked. He eventually picked you. Yeah, that's not recovering. You're still there. But make it make sense for me though, right? Because maybe I'm judging too early, right? Make everything make sense for me and ask questions you need.
Okay, so basically, yeah, you're right. Like you got it. Like I'm in denial of the fact that like I'm still not fully there, but I'm trying to be there. So I need to know like what the next steps are to like get out of this situation and like kind of
What exactly is it now though? Is it like really a relationship, or is it like y'all are just closer now than y'all were before?
like there's a title and a label, but the relationship itself doesn't have much substance and like I do want to get out of it.
Mostly because the history, how long you waited, and as a human being, it's kind of hard for you to put out, or be considerate for somebody that kind of wasted your time for 3 years. Whether you want to act like you're gonna, you want, right? It's gonna be harder for you, and for him as well because he basically settled, right? And you know this, which is why there's no substance, right? In order for there to be substance in a situation, both parties have to be interested, right? Both parties got to see eye to eye, right? And it has to make sense. But when you have one person that thinks that he's settled, right? You got to hear nigga damn ass title, right? It's gonna be hard for there to be substance in that situation. So I think once you kind of come to the realization that realistically speaking, as human beings, if it's taking 3 years for us to be on that level, 9 times out of 10 we weren't for each other to begin with.
Yeah.
Right? Also, you got to realize you're 23 now. You already wasted 3 years of your life. You want to waste more? Well, you want to be 26 in the same type of situation with somebody that's not for you. You got to think about that. You got to value your time. So it's just that really. I mean,
I've come to the realization, but I kind of have exams and I'm not trying to be down bad during exam season. And I just want to maneuver the situation to my advantage so that I can leave after the fact. And like, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense or if it's just an excuse. That look is not good.
all right. So this is one of them cases where she knows it's ridiculous, but it's like you've been you've been on the same timer for so long that it's okay to be delusional type shit. You see what I'm saying? You've been maneuvering the same way for so long in your life that it's like even if you can say it out loud, you can still be there type shit. You see what I'm saying? It's not. I don't think it's a matter of what you don't know. I don't think I could tell you something that you already know. It's just a matter of like, do you really want to keep living this way?
No.
It comes a point in time, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the point in time isn't. Maybe you got to do something to you that's egregious for that point in time for it to come. Because you might not be one of them girls. Because there's different types of there's different types of women, right? There's the woman that they already have the backbone to where if they're not if they're not in a situation that they want to be, they're okay. You know what I'm saying? Standing up for themselves and stepping, right? And then there's the ones that's like, there's history. I really do like this guy to a certain extent. Even if I don't like him as much anymore, there's too much history and they stay, right? So you kind of got to decide the type of girl you are and just rock with it. Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to become the kind of girl who has the backbone to leave, like I'm trying to fix up.
how do you try to become that? Does something horrible have to happen before you realize that you don't have a choice?
No, like
Maybe that's what.
obviously I
Maybe,
wanna.
maybe something horrible gotta happen. Maybe he really just got to get rid of you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what you want to wait for?
No.
You want to wait for him to, because you're a placeholder right now, right? Maybe you got to wait for him to find somebody that he feels like is way better, and then get rid of you, discard you like you haven't been there for 3 years. Is that what you want to wait for?
No.
But okay? Maybe you got to have a kid for him or something. I mean, maybe you got a baby mama you before you get to that.
Don't even put that into the universe, please.
Put that into the universe. That's next.
No.
That's what comes from people that. I'm being honest. That's what comes from people that think like him and women that think like you. What do you think comes from it? Something good? A marriage?
No.
It's only a matter of time until it happens to you. Trust. I don't got to put it in the air.
Damn.
It's gonna happen. Just keep being Luke. Keep putting it. Oh, exams are around. I want to do it now. Keep being that way. It will happen sooner rather than later. Trust. And that's when it really gets wicked.
Yeah.
So keep wasting time.
No.
Go ahead, keep doing you, man. So hey, any more questions?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
And good luck to you, huh?
All right. Take care.
Well, I ain't getting her up here. I don't know. Not true. I said for to be up here. No. Giggling too much because it's funny now. It's always funny in the beginning. Yeah, I know it's always funny in the beginning, man. It was good.
Hello.
What's going on?
What happened?
What's going on? What's the word?
Oh, okay. So basically, I just need to know if this guy is like being serious, you know? We've been talking for, 4 months already?
Real quick. Well, you've been talking for 4 months? No, he isn't. But hold on. I got a question. How old are you and how old is he?
I'm 19, he's 20.
19 and he's 20? Yeah, he's not serious.
Oh.
What's good, man? What's the word?
Okay, my name is Hannah, and I'm like a lukewarm Christian, I guess. Like I was born Christian. Like I'm Christian because like my family's Christian. Does that make sense? Like I don't really
It's not really necessarily something that you believe in or align yourself with.
Yeah, like I believe in God. I believe there's a higher power, but I just don't know. Like there's just so many out there, like so many different religions. Like I just felt like I haven't like necessarily found my path yet. But yeah,
Lukewarm Christian. That is definitely you're not Christian. Let's
no, like I definitely believe in God, but I have my struggles. Anyway, so
real quick, how old are you and how old is the individual that we're going to be talking about?
I'm 21 and my boyfriend, he's 25.
21 and 25.
Okay, stop.
Right down my lane. You've come to the right place.
Okay, perfect. This is what I was hoping for. So we've been dating now for a year and a half. And when we first started talking, we talked.
So y'all were dating when he was 24 and you were 19.
When I was 20. I was 20 and he was 24, and then I turned 21 and then he's 25.
Right.
Okay.
Hey. I don't think 4 years is that bad. It's not even, all right, y'all gotta look at all right, here's when it comes to age, right, and age gaps, you gotta look at the face. So if she was 25, right, like maybe he met her when she was 25, and he happened to be 27, 28, 29. You see what I'm saying? Because she's more, obviously, a little more, she's less impressionable, she has more experience. It's phase of life. If I'm 25 and she's freshly 21, we're not and I find her attractive on a mental level, something's wrong with me. All right, let's just start there. Go ahead.
Okay. I feel like 21 and 25 isn't that bad. Like, I've thought about it for sure. I think down the line.
It's phase of life.
Yeah, for sure.
Phase of life thing, then, you know what I mean, the number, specific number itself.
Yeah.
But go ahead, continue.
So we started talking for like a month, and then I was like, okay, like we need to like either date or not date. Like let's figure it out right now. And he's like, yeah, I'm serious about you. Let's be boyfriend girlfriend. So we became boyfriend and girlfriend.
Wait. How long were you talking to him before that happened?
Like a month, 2 months.
And then you gave him the ultimatum, either we're dating or not, and he said, okay, we're dating, right?
No, it wasn't really like that. I was just telling him like what I was really aiming for. I was like, these are like where I want to go. This is where I want to be. Like I don't want to be.
He didn't lead you to that point, though. You just happened to, you let it be known at that point because you felt like it was, it was approaching your time to, right?
Yeah, like he brought it up too. Like the way he was acting, it was like he was basically my boyfriend. But I was like, okay, like I don't want to play like.
But he wasn't going to necessarily ask you unless you brought it up, right? I understand what you're talking about.
I don't know. I feel like it was so long ago. I don't remember.
Trust me, even the way you worded it tells me you can't backtrack on that. It tells me everything that I need to know. Even the way you worded it within itself.
Okay, I guess then. Okay. Anyway, so he is Arab, which don't even give me the story. So he's Arab and Muslim, and he moved away for school in Atlanta for chiropractic school after like 5 months of us dating. And I was like, before he left, I was like, okay, do you want to stay together? Like, let's be realistic here. Like, I'm not naive. Like, do you want to stay together? Do you want to break up? And he's like, no, like, I'm all in. Like, I don't want to break up with you. Like, for sure. He's like really trustworthy. Like, I really trust him. So anyway, so 6 months, whatever rolls around, he comes home for the summer, 7 months. I'm like, okay, like, it's time for you to like meet my family. Cause I've never taken a guy home. Like I've had boyfriends, but my mom has like never met them before. Cause I just didn't think like it was appropriate to, they're almost like saying friend. It was appropriate to meet them. So he met my family. They really liked him. And then I was like, all right, now when's your turn? Now red flag already. Like every time I brought up.
He's Muslim. What? Whoa. Stop it right there. You said, I was waiting for her to try it.
I know, oh my God.
I was waiting for her to even think about meeting his. And she's not even Muslim herself, right?
Yeah.
I was waiting for her to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
Realized. But go ahead.
And I'm black too, so that's another like factor on top. So every time like I would bring it up like in the past or something, I'd be like, okay, like what do your family think? He's like, my family's pretty chill. Like I don't think it'll be a big problem. Like he kind of like brushed it off. And until this one day, we were downtown Birmingham and we were like eating dinner or whatever. And I like brought it up again. And he just like just stop asking about it. Like I'll bring you around like when I'm ready to. Like it was just like really dramatic.
It was the same energy we even getting in a relationship to begin with. So I see you're a bringer-upper. You like to bring things up that are supposed to just be natural, right? You like to bring things up. I noticed. So yeah, she's a bringer-upper. It's just because it was the same thing with the relationship in general. She wasn't going to be in that relationship if she didn't keep bringing that up. Right, he was doing what he was doing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even with him leaving, right? He was just gonna leave without even addressing whether this was gonna work or not. But then she brought it up. Are y'all seeing the pattern here? Anybody sees the pattern? The opening clay. Go ahead.
So then he like brought it up. Oh well, I brought it up, and then he's like, stop asking about it. Like we got into a big fight. But he was just like, it's like a lot of shit going on at home, which it was. Like his dad had like just cheated on his stepmom again for like the third time. He's like, bro, like I don't know, like there's just so much shit going on. I don't want to bring you home to that. And I was like, okay, like I understand that. Like I'm not gonna like really press the issue. But mind you, he was over my house like almost every day in the summertime. Like even when he's home in Michigan, like we still live like 30 minutes away. So he would just like drive to my house like almost every other day. And one time I was helping him proofread his essay for school. And we were going to hang out on the 4th of July, but he was like going to spend the night at my house. So he texted, he was on his phone, I was on his computer, and he was texting his.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I was like, let me see your computer because I was working on it, whatever. And then he told his dad, like, hey, Dad, I'm going to my friend's boat on the 4th of July, and I'm going to like spend a night over his house. So I was like, this story is about fucking me. Like, why are you saying you're with the guy? And like, I've asked him, like, does your dad know you have a girlfriend? He's like, yeah.
I can't hear a word you're saying, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Hello? Yeah, nah. She's in one of them situations. He was 100% cheating. Yeah, nah, 100%. I can't even. Just by off the simple fact that she likes to bring things up and 100%. Nah. I can't hear her. She's gone. Give her a second to come back. Give her a second to come back, man. Let's get Level Girl back, bro.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, it froze.
Okay.
What part did you hear?
We got to like the boat part.
Okay, yeah. So he said like, "Oh, I'm staying with my friend, whatever." So I was like, "Does your dad know you have a girlfriend?" He's like, "Yeah," but he's like, "I just wanted to see what he lied because I could see the iMessages." So I was just like, "Okay, like whatever." So I just like clicked out of it, and I was like, "Never did," or whatever. And then
So what you're saying? He never really told his parents about you at all.
no, he hasn't. Like only people that know about me is his cousins and his twin brother and his younger brother.
And he met your family.
Yeah, he's met my whole family except my dad. Because I was gonna wait off a little bit for that one. Because my dad, he's a little stricter because my mom and dad are separated. But he's like talked to my dad on the phone, but he's like never met him. The roses from Delulu. I know, guys. Okay, I'm getting to it. So I flew to Atlanta for his birthday. Woke up at like 7 a.m. and I decorated his whole apartment. It was so cute. But then anytime somebody called him, like, to wish him happy birthday, because him and his brother have the same birthday because they're twins, obviously, he would go into the bathroom and, like, close the door so, like, you couldn't see the fucking decorations. But he, like...
I just moved to Atlanta myself, so I already know over it, you know, how you're moving, type of nigga he is. All the details, I already know what he doing out here. I ain't gonna lie.
No. Okay, he really isn't like that. Like, he's really big on, like, honesty and loyalty and, like, as bad as it sounds, like, I went through his home before.
But the person who raised them ain't?
But I feel, yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. So the person who raised them ain't, but he is.
I think that's why when he told me about it, he was like,
And even after you pressing him on numerous occasions to introduce it to his peoples, him choosing not to do that willingly, well, obviously he knows you're not going anywhere on a serious level. Right? You having to bring up the whole relationship thing for you to even be in one, that doesn't tell you everything that you need to know about what's really going on.
I guess not. I guess I was just being blind.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out if you're purposely doing this shit or like you're purposely ignoring all these factors. Like, are you purposely ignoring it, or are you aware of everything?
Okay, the asking the girlfriend thing, I didn't, like, I wasn't really thinking. I would just be like, okay, these are my intentions. But that, no, I didn't notice.
Him dubbing you, not only did he dub you when it pertains to just introducing you to the family, but he said, stop harassing me about it. Stop bringing it up. He checked you for even thinking about asking him about that, which shows you that there is no future between you and him. You're just for the time being. Right?
I guess, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, you're right.
You educate me. Give me a, like,
you're right.
Convince me of something else.
So then I was just thinking, like, okay, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe in my heart of hearts, I was just thinking deep down, like, okay, like, he will do something. Okay, I'll fast forward because this is, like, the main part. This is where you're gonna really think I'm fucking crazy, but I mean, I did it. It's over. So he was on break again for school. We hang out, we go on a date or whatever. And then he's about to go to his cousin's Mo house. And his cousin Mo is married to this white girl named Haley. And she's like, she converted to Muslim or whatever. And now she's Muslim. So he went over, he's like, oh, I'm about to go over to Mo's house. Like, I'll talk to you later. I was like, okay. So he dropped me off at home. And then fast forward to Tuesday, he's back in Atlanta. I'm still in Michigan. And I'm just like talking about my day, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, isn't it crazy, like, what religions like kids pick up when they like get older? Like, do they pick up the Christianity side? Do they pick up like the Muslim side? Like, it's just interesting. He's like, yeah, like, I've been thinking about it. Like, that's like been really weighing on my chest about like the thing, like the religion thing. And I was like, okay, like, what about it? And he's just like, I don't even know. I kind of like blacked out, honestly. But he's just like, I don't know if I can be with you if you're not Muslim. Like, would you consider it, like, being Muslim? And I was like, in the moment, I was like, no, like, I would not consider it. because I don't know. I just don't know enough about it for me to like look into it. So I was like, no.
You grew up in a Christian household. So I mean, obviously, it's gonna be a no. Like to you, at least at that moment, it's gonna be a no.
Yeah, it's just kind of like it was just a crazy ask to me, not to like think like look into it, but it was just our whole relationship. I've been asking about it, and then he would like brush it off, be like, "It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal."
Y'all know how many, bro. Y'all know how many of these types of situations I've come across. And it's always specifically for some odd reason. It's always Christian and it's always a Muslim.
Yes, it's literally like,
and it's typically a Muslim. It's typically a Muslim guy too. Like I don't know why I keep running into those. All right, so fast forward. What ends up happening? Because we gotta get some.
yeah. So then he was just like, "I don't know if I can be with you. Like, I think we should just break up." So then we broke up. We went like 3 days no contact. Then he called me, and then he's like, "Come to Atlanta. Like, I want to see you. Like, let's talk about everything." So he bought me a flight. I went to Atlanta. It was like right before Valentine's Day, and then we were kind of just like, it was like the elephant in the room, but like we weren't really talking about it. So I was packing my bags because like in 2 days I left. So I was like organizing it, and then he just like came in the room, and he just like had like teary eyes. And I was like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you." And I'm like, "Okay, like I'm gonna miss you too." And then he's like, "No, like I think I just gotta like stand up and like tell my parents about you. Like I don't want to wait anymore. Like either I've gone through all the scenarios. Like I'm gonna be with you, and I'm gonna like tell my parents about it." And I was like, "All right, like when are you gonna do it?" He's like, "I can't do it over the phone, but I'm gonna tell him as soon as I come home for summer. Like I have to tell him like face to face." So do you think I should just like?
You're muted.
Sorry. Do you think I should just wait it out to see in the summertime when he tell him, or should I just like end it?
Yo, if you think, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm thinking you already got to the point where it's over. You're asking me if you should wait it out.
Yeah, we're not over. So then he texted his brother when we broke up because I was like on his iPad, and he's telling him like, I love her so much, like I don't want to end things. And then his brother was like, "I don't know though, like she is still Christian, like I don't know how dad's gonna take that."
No. Yo. You're one of them that niggas gotta get rid of for you to get it. You're not. The discernment and the backbone needed to make a decision in this type of situation is just not there. Yeah, it's just not there. It's just not there. So what? All right, because wait it out, love girl.
Like I'm just like, do I wait for him to pull the trigger to tell his parents?
No, a year and some change. He don't want to tell his parents about your ass for multiple reasons. He knows it's not going nowhere. If you really think it was only just about you not being Muslim, I swear to God, you're out of your mind. If you think it was just about that, I
thought it was about me being Muslim.
It's not just about that. It's not just
and me being black. Okay, what do you think it's about then?
But even if ideally, let's say for instance, this conversation would have happened a lot earlier, like a lot earlier. If he had any plans of actually being with you for real, future reference. Like let's be for real. This is a conversation when it comes to you and I both know it's important, right? This is a conversation that would have been had a long time ago. Like it wouldn't be happening now. And the fact that he's telling you to wait. Hey, bro. Let me ask my life something real quick. You think if she were to walk away and never look back, you think that in his mind he would be losing somebody? I'm asking based on everything that we know so far. If she were to walk away, right, gain the standards, you know what I mean, do what she needs to do you think in his mind he would really ever like, oh, I'm really losing somebody? He's gonna go marry him a Muslim woman. Straight up. I mean, be Lulu if you want to. Love a girl. It's like, Rip, there's 1,000 people in here. Promise you they're not all gonna lie to you. And also, there's plenty of Muslim women in here, right? They'll tell you straight up what's going on. Like I don't gotta be the one to tell you, right? They'll tell you how the guys think, right? And they'll tell you what's going on. I don't have to be the one to be a know-it-all here. They'll tell you.
That is true. Also, it says love it. Guys, this is my spam account. I didn't want to come from my real account and be even more embarrassed. So that's spam account. Well, I guess, okay, so say he does tell his parents whatever. Say if I be in Delulu and like I already am.
Even saying that is just for go ahead.
I hope in a couple months I can come back and be like, damn, like yeah, I met his parents. And I hope.
Yeah, there's no point.
But
you're super gone.
No, I'm not.
You're not seeing it for what it is. Oh hell no. No, wait. I can't believe after we just had this whole conversation, this is what she's saying to me. What?
Okay, so then how do I break it off? Do I just go see him? Do I call him?
How do you break it off? How do you break it off?
Yeah, because like, I don't know. I feel like he was my first everything. It's like my first love. He's my first like real boyfriend. Like,
so you want it to get wicked? I'm gonna tell you. It's maybe the first one they gotta get wicked for you first. Yeah, that's what's gonna have to happen because you don't really want peace though. You want it to be broken to you in the worst way possible.
I don't. I really don't. I don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah, she needs a KB subscription. She does, man. You need to get up with me. Nah, but if I'm being very honest, I mean, be honest. I mean, stand up for yourself. You know what I mean? And who you are, right? Be you, right? Let it be known that obviously, who you are and who I am. It just doesn't align on that level. But because you're forcing yourself to not believe that, it's just not gonna go that way. All right,
real.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, I can't believe. I don't even know why I let that. Yo, bro, after all that, she just said, what if he does end up telling his parents? As if that's going to change something. Yo, his parents might look... I don't even want to tell you what his dad might say. Right? Because I got her friends, so I know what's up. I don't even want to tell you what his dad might say when he goes ahead and tells his dad. Let's say, for instance, he does. Could you imagine what he going to say to him? Yeah, bro. There's a reason why he fears doing it. I'm just going to say that. It's a reason why he's scared to do it. I'm going to just say that. What's the word, yeah?
Hello?
What's going on?
You can hear me? Oh my gosh, okay. Hi. Okay. I'm 25, by the way. So, I just got out of a little bit over 1.5 year. It was like 1 year and like 7-ish months relationship.
1 year and 7 months. How old are you and how old is he?
I'm 25. He just turned 30.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, when we met, I was 22. He was 26, turning 27. Yeah.
22 when you first met.
Yeah.
But wait. And you're 20.
25 and he just turned 30.
But it's only been a year and a... Oh, so how were y'all talking before y'all got into that relationship?
Well, when we first met, he was single and then it was long distance. So basically he's an alpha he came to my school in Florida. He's from Michigan. He was supporting...
He's an alpha from what school?
Michigan State? Was it Michigan State?
Okay.
Or was it Wayne State? Okay. Yeah.
So y'all were friends for like 2 or 3 years before.
Yeah. Something like that. So when I first met him, No, because he was long distance. Literally, so okay, here's the story, KB. So literally, I met him when I was at a pool party. Like I said, his chapter from Michigan came down to the chapter that was in Florida. That's where I went to school. So I came out the bathroom with my homegirls. It was a pool party event that the alphas were putting together, and he literally saw me and was like, "Oh my gosh, you're my wife!" And I was like, your wife? I don't know you. Like, what are you talking about? And he spit game, whatever. I was like, okay, you can get my Instagram, cool. So then, like, we would chat on Instagram every now and then because, like I said, he had to go back home. So I'm in Florida, he in Michigan. I knew I'm 22. We not doing that. So I was just like, I can get to know you and whatever the future holds.
Real quick, were you Greek at the time when you met him?
No, I was not.
So you was just hanging around him?
I'm just regular. Yeah, I'm.
Everybody's asking why he came on like that. He know what it was. She not Greek. She had the wave.
Yeah, literally, because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I literally, when he came on to me like that, I said,
he knows why he was that bold, you know? Yeah. Go ahead, continue.
Oh my gosh, thanks guys. But yeah, I was already clocking it when he first said it. I said, I'm your wife. Nigga, I don't know you. But we'll see what happens. He didn't seem like too weird. It was a jokey joke. Whatever. Okay, cool. So and then yeah, he went back home. We would like message each other on Instagram every now and then. He seemed cool enough. So I was like, okay, I'll give you my number. He was consistent, cool, whatever. But he didn't push boundaries and like try to do too much. So yeah, so he eventually got my number. We started talking. But I was like very much so single and like young and like I let him know that. So it was kind of just like very friendship basis. It became like he was very consistent, but then it became every now and then. He did get into a relationship. He let me know. He was very honest about it. I was still dating. We were still friends.
He got into the
whatever.
relationship and then he let you know he was in that relationship. Like he let you know, like, I'm in a relationship right now.
No. During the friendship, he like, yeah. When he got into yes, he did. Yeah, he did. He let me know, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but. And you was calling me your wife when you first met me, but you know what? You're being honest. You're being transparent. I guess.
That's why you think it's weird.
What?
That's why you think that's weird.
That he was in a relationship after.
Nah, keep going.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me finish. And then, yeah, we were friends, whatever. And then eventually time came around. We were still like catching up. We would catch up with each other every like few months. We talk. Sometimes it'd get heavier, sometimes whatever. But we always just kept in touch. Cool. And then it finally came around to the time he was like, oh, like, I have been out of the last relationship I've been in. It's been a while. I think it had been like a year by now. It'd been a while because I definitely told him like, oh, you're in a relationship. Are you supposed to be calling? Like when that was happening, but he was very honest about it. And kept it at friendship level, did keep it respectful. And then, yeah, so he let me know.
So he would still be talking to you while he was in that relationship?
Yeah, like he would call, he'd just be like, just catching it, just checking in. He said that being in a relationship shouldn't stop him from finding his wife, is what he used to tell me. And I know that's a red flag. I know, y'all, I was young and dumb.
I gotta remember it. I see, to me, before she even ends the story, I already know what happens. Before she even ends her story.
Oh my gosh, KB.
Because I'm already clocking the type of joint she is, and I'm already clocking the type of joint nigga he is. You see what I'm saying? So, she wouldn't even got to be telling me all this for me to know where this goes. Which is why I've been making the face, so on and so forth. I know where it goes. Go ahead, continue.
Okay. Well, I used to like, I don't know. I just saw it as friends. I was young. I was not really clocking him that much. So I was just like, okay. Like I did have it on my list of like, okay, that's concerning, but so after a year after like his whole relationship, he then like had come around and like was like, I really want to talk to you, like I do like can see a future with us together, yada yada yada. And he was being very intentional, was applying a lot of pressure, like very intentional conversations, was really getting to know like who I would be in a romantic relationship, asking like the questions of like, where do you see yourself? What are you wanting to do? Like after this, all of the things. And at the time, like I was dating multiple people and like still single. And I was like, he's being the most intentional. Like, I don't know. And then it did become a love bombing because he would pop out that wife word a lot. And I did try to be like, hey, slow that down, because I'm a slow burn type of girl. Like, I don't want.
Mind you, he never unseen her for the naive young.
Yes, I realized. Oh my gosh, I realized he thought I was stupid.
Approach and energy always matters from the very beginning. Always remember that for everybody in this life. So to this day, he never unseen her for that naive young John that was popping out at the alpha waves. That's what I'm saying? Like, he never unseen her for that. Throughout his relationship, throughout maybe even whatever they had going on, he never unseen her for that. Right? Even the whole him saying, why he had the girlfriend. Never let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife, right? That within itself, if he thought he was talking to somebody that was intelligent or he thought he was talking to somebody where maybe to him she wasn't about, he wouldn't say that out loud to her, right? Because the girl that has respect for herself, so on and so forth, isn't gonna go for that at all. But he said it to her in that moment because he didn't really. Y'all see what I'm saying? Go ahead. So y'all.
You're saying that he said him having the girlfriend when we were friends?
Right.
Okay.
Him. I'm telling y'all the real. I mean,
No. Because I see it. Honestly, you are right, and I see it now that I've gone through it. But I definitely was just young and dumb, and not. I really didn't take it serious. I never even saw myself getting into a relationship with him. He kind of did the most, and I was like, oh, he's doing the things. He would send me flowers, all these notes, letters. Like I said, being very intentional, asking me about my family and why my dynamics and all that stuff. Came when he was okay, hey, I want to settle down with someone, and I see you as that person. And by this time I was 23. Yeah, by this time we started to talk about dating, and then it turned into dating. I was 23 turning 24. So yeah, I was okay, I'll give it a gander. It wasn't something that I was oh yeah, gung-ho about, but I was just okay. So yeah, the relationship commenced and it was going well, but I noticed that, like I said, it just felt very love bombing. He was wanting me to meet him on that level, and I was I still don't know you yet. I'm still getting to know you. Can we let that be a thing? He wanted me to grovel over him and be oh my God, you're my everything.
I'm confused, but he maintained you for however many years at this point, right? I'm confused. Well, he maintained you.
He did, because yeah, that's just me being young and dumb. I'm just gonna say it. It's me being young and dumb. That's because I've learned my lesson. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, beginning of the relationship, he's doing the things, a lot is happening. I'm feeling a little bit pressured, but I'm trying to not, he kind of basically made me feel like I was crazy by telling me that me not being able to openly just love him and being so fearful, and the fact that I did have things that I was just apprehensive about. He kind of would be I don't understand what you're not trusting. I don't understand why you're so hesitant. I don't understand why all these things that I just innately had doubts about. And he just kind of made me feel crazy and was hey, you should just put your card down and just love me, because I'm doing all the things, you see that I'm standing on my word, quote unquote. So I then was you know what, okay, maybe I am overthinking too much. Maybe I'm the one that's crazy. Maybe I am just supposed to be giving love without any guard up. I start doing that, and basically it became basically I loved him more than he loved me.
He told you to jump and you jumped?
I wouldn't say I jumped. I'd say, okay, our relationship was a year.
He told you to jump. Well, do something that's ideally supposed to be natural, right?
It took me some time. It did take me some time. I'd say the first 6 months he was complaining about it, and I'd say up until our first year mark is when I was okay, let me put my walls down. Yeah. So all that happened, and yeah, I was okay, let me put my walls down. It's been a year at this point. We're steady going. Things do feel okay. He's teaching me things about myself. I'm learning about myself through the relationship. I'm maturing. Okay, cool. Let me just stop with being hesitant. So I then do that, and then it kind of turns into a point where I started just realizing a lot of things, and and this is literally when I was turning 25, around October of last year. I started realizing a lot of things, speaking up on a lot of things, and wanting to literally be hey, this doesn't make sense to me. There are patterns and behaviors that I do notice, and it's not making sense. And I feel me speaking up more than he used to speak up with me about problems, it turned into him ultimately shutting down, and he would say that
wait, so his behaviors weren't adding up, right? Which I already know why. You already know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But I already understand because of how it started. There was never really a loyalty, see you as an equal type of thing here, right? Going on. I'm gonna tell you what to do. You're gonna do it whenever I feel like it. type of situation.
That's literally how he used to make me feel, and I used to say like, I don't know, like I'm not.
Hold on, could you tell me exactly within all that, within this dynamic, what the hell did he teach you? You were learning. What was he teaching you?
He was teaching me that I'm actually much more self-aware than I thought. Like, I'm much more emotionally, well, I had become much more emotionally mature. Like, I did grow in the relationship myself, which is why
He raised you essentially on an emotional level.
I don't think he raised me. I think he made me realize that I have more emotional awareness than I thought. Like,
How did he make you realize that by his own actions?
yeah, by me like seeing what was happening, and then literally as I was.
He didn't teach you. He essentially groomed you. Like
Yes, for sure, yeah.
So his behavior and however much horrible he was to you,
Yeah.
and over time realize certain things.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, and basically, and mind you, we're also long distance, so it's like we did see each other like every other month, sometimes depending on schedule, every 2 months. But we are seeing each other. I've never really had like trust issues where it's like when I'm around him, his phone's open, my phone is open. Like I could grab his phone whenever I want.
Well, he had
Like
2 months to prepare. He better be able to have his phone open. What the fuck?
oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Prepare. He better have his phone open. What the fuck?
Okay. No, I hear y'all. I'm seeing the comments. I was okay. I guess I was too delulu. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And basically about a week ago, well, speed up to 2 months ago, I started realizing that there was just like a disconnect. And I would ask him, I'd be like, hey, there's something going on. I feel a shift, but like, I'm not sure what it is, and like you're not really telling me. You don't have to know exactly what it is, but I need to know at least what you're feeling because I can feel there's something going on. And he would say, yeah, I am thinking about some things, but I just need to process stuff. Okay, cool. I would ask.
You probably found somebody his age.
Possibly, and possibly that's what he needs for sure.
Appreciate you, that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I asked him like a couple weeks later, and he was like, I still don't have things figured out. I don't know. Okay, cool. This past weekend, no, 2 weekends ago, we went to Dallas. I met up with him, and his homeboy just moved there, so we just decided to like hang out there, have a weekend. Cool. We hung out. I had a great time, but I noticed, especially in person, there's a disconnect. He's usually very lovey, all on me, all these things, and it just was not the same. Like I know how my boyfriend usually acts, and that just wasn't it. So, I let him know when I got home, like, hey, I didn't want to ruin the trip. So I had my fun. I focused on myself. I was like, I'm not going to ruin this by like possibly overthinking or whatever. Cause I feel like even if I do tell him, he's going to tell me that nothing's wrong. But I did when I got home, like was like, hey, like while we were together, Dallas was fun, but like I could tell there was a disconnect. There's a shift happening. I don't know. And he was like, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I have been thinking a lot. I don't know where my career is going. I don't really know what to do. I'm trying to listen to God and what he's trying to tell me. And honestly, immediately as he was saying that, I said, oh, okay, so this is over. Like I already.
He's been maintaining you for 5 years. Damn near 4 years now. Yeah, I mean, after a while, he didn't have to pursue you, but he's been maintaining you for 4 or 5 years. He must be bored and got to figure everything, You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it comes a point in time, like there's no requirement when it pertains to you, when it pertains to actually pursuing you, seeing you more often, being more emotionally connected to you, right? I'm going to tell you what it is. You're going to listen to me. He's not dating an equal, essentially, in his mind. And that's been the problem since day one.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. I used to say that. I feel like he would like a little girl me, and I used to be like, yo, I'm not. Girl. I do not. Oh my gosh, KB, don't do that to me. Oh my God. Okay.
Appreciate the gift,
but basically, he's blocked now. And I just wanted to know, because like I said, once he was telling me about the confusion, he don't know what God's telling him. Like I said, I had to go through my lessons and learn my lessons, but like I have matured. I know what I stand for and what I want going forward, especially The frontal lobe thing, it is not a lie. Turning 25 did a lot for me. So once he was starting to talk like that, in my head, I was like, okay, at the end of this conversation, we're already done. Like, what he's telling me, I don't want anybody to be in my space that shows that I'm not wanted, like, or that they just don't have the capacity for me. That's not gonna do for me anymore. So he was telling me his feelings and everything, and I was like, okay, well, basically you're saying you hate me and you don't like me anymore. So I cannot do this because you bamboozled me into trusting you to then use that against me. And now, like, here we are. And now,
I'm gonna tell you what the real is, right? You want me to tell you the real?
yes, please, KB.
The same thing that he was doing to his girl at the time, the one he was dating before you, and you was sitting up there talking to him, and he was doing all the little, calling and checking in on you. You know what I mean? All that. He's doing that to somebody else right now. So,
yeah. And I figured, because I definitely.
That's really what it is. So that's quite literally what it is. That's why it's not like that.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Because he did love bomb me so bad. Like, and when I say love bomb me, I mean telling my friends and family that I'm his wife. He's going to stick with me through thick and thin. Like, we started talking about engagement soon, like all the things. And for the most part, he would, if he said he was going to do something, he did it. He was very intentional with me. He helped me with my brand, all the things. But it's like, that's something that a man should be doing. So your partner should be doing that. So, yeah, I just needed the confirmation from you. This is my first time. I always watch your lives, and I think honestly, watching your lives a lot. Look back, he's blocked.
Stand on business.
But yeah,
that's all. And move forward.
Thank you.
It happens. All right, my kid. Appreciate you having on.
Thank you.
Y'all met my dad in here, bro. He in here sending gifts, man. Y'all said it was good to him. I told y'all he be in here sometimes. He be in here. You know what's crazy? Somebody asked me, where your dad at yesterday? Oh my gosh, that's funny as hell. Let's see. On to the next, man. Oh, she might be gone, okay, because that was a little long. Raina. What's the word? What's going on, man?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So I'm in a relationship with somebody right now, and I guess I just want confirmation to know if you think it's toxic. I think it's toxic, but it's easier said than done to leave something,
Okay.
especially when you think it's not that bad.
Okay. Well, hold on. Well, you come to the right place if you don't think it's that bad. How old are you and how old is the individual?
He's 24, I'm 25, so he's a year younger.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've been together for a year and some months now, and he's a nice person, I think. At the end of the day, I would say he's a nice guy, but I just think there's just some things that yesterday, for example. Sorry, I don't come on live very much. So, yesterday, for example, I was at his house and he was we got into it a little bit, arguing over something stupid, and I was just telling him can you please drive me home, and he was trying to keep me there, he wasn't trying to let me go home, and it just kind of scared me a little, little things like that. You would, I don't know, people could think it's not a big deal, but he was literally just not trying to let me go home. And
right.
he was like, oh, I took the day off for you, like this and that, and you're not leaving, and I don't know, just making me feel really weird about wanting to leave. So it's happened multiple times.
He's a control freak, essentially. Like he likes to,
Yeah, like I would say so.
like he likes to be able to, even if it's just him and what he says and what he says goes.
Yeah, in a way. And like, it's really hard because like I see that he does a lot of really nice things as a man should. Like he takes care of me and whatnot, but at the same time it's like I don't really want to have a family with somebody like that at the same time. So it's really hard. Like I don't know, like do you think I should give him one more chance or
This is where I can tell you there's a difference between a man and a woman, right? We made the decision quite early on whether that's going to be our wife or not, or that could be our wives, right? But once we realize, and I swear on everything I love, once we realize for 1 second, right, that that's not going to be my wife, that's just not it. It's cooked. You see how you're asking me right now, like, should you give it a chance, so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's not how you should be thinking. If you, now the gifts got me crying. It's this. You funny as hell with the gifts, yo. Now, if you already came to the conclusion that how he behaves, how he treats you, controlling, the things that he's probably said to you, what you've put up with in the past, if you've already come to the conclusion that that's just not for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Like it's sorry.
This is where the backbone comes in, though.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just hard to come to that conclusion when it's not to the point of like him putting his hand on me or anything, but it's like I don't know, like you know what I mean? Like it's like on the fence. Like I'm on the fence about it because it's not to the point where, he's not yelling at me, like cursing at me or anything, but anything like that. But it's like
you correct me if I'm wrong, but compatibility is important, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to like, even if you don't see how bad it can get now, because maybe it's been a year, it's still in the early phases, right? This is essentially foreshadowing what it's going to look like if you already get even more serious, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want to take too much time, but I appreciate.
I'm just putting it out there for you though. Like take it seriously now. Don't wait until it's too late. Then you know what I mean. Then he could end up making a decision, or now you're in a messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure you understand what's for you and who you're actually compatible with. That's the most important. I wish people. There's a lot of people that were in your position at one point in time, and they let it slide. They end up 4 or 5, 6, 7 years having kids for these people, right? That weren't from the beginning, and now they're really stuck. You see what I'm saying? Or now that not being stuck is getting away from it is even harder, right?
Yeah.
If you notice 1 or 2 things that's just it's crossing a boundary, take that seriously now.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Never know that.
Thank you.
Things like that always escalate. Unfortunately. I always say this, bro, like, learn from everybody else's mistakes. I can't repeat this enough. Learn from everybody else's mistakes. Even if you're not the one coming up here, telling your story, learn. Yeah, showing out. Yeah, now he doing his thing, man. He real. Let's see. Yeah, now learn from everybody, man. Even if it ain't you, you never know what could happen. Yeah, you got money. Yeah, he be balling. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to be like him for real. I got the consistency and the business mind from him. That's where I got it from. Being up here and keeping me.
Hi. I just had a quick question. I hanged out with this guy a week ago, and it was good in person. After we got done hanging out.
Wait. Real quick, Sophia, wait. You got your headphones in?
Yeah.
I take your headphones out, man, so we can hear you a little better.
Okay, my bad.
Okay. How old are you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, how old are you and how old is the guy that you met?
He's 23, I'm 21.
23, 21. Okay, you met him a week ago. What happened?
So, it was good in person. We had a good time and all that. And after that, we were done hanging out. I just don't like how he becomes cold and distant. Like, I just want to know why.
What is y'all doing? First of all, it's only been a week. fact that this is even like a concerning weekend, that's a big problem. Right? Right? You only know this man. Yeah, asking that type of question. Right? Maybe do you let guys up, bro? This isn't. I wish they will come up and request me, but they don't, bro. I don't know why, but this is not just a woman. Like, you, if you're a guy and you need advice, don't be afraid to request. You know what I mean? Don't hesitate. Don't think that it's just a request. Anybody could request. But what did y'all do at that hangout?
I'm just gonna be honest. We did everything. We slept together and all that, and just hanged out.
So now you're asking me why he's cold.
Is that all he just wanted?
So yes, that is all you want. That is all you want. But real quick, Sophia, remember how before you even got up here, I keep saying, like, learn from everybody else's mistakes, right? So I'm sure you've seen plenty of women, right, in that exact same situation, right? It's petty. It's like childish shit, right? Niggas just doing certain things because they want certain things nice and early, right? So the only thing that you can do to prevent yourself from being in that type of situation is what, right? Make sure you're controlling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're getting something ideally from every situation, whether that's the dates, whether that's the so on and so forth. Unless that's the type of life you want to live, right? If you want to be taken seriously, you know how you got to move at all times, right?
So what should I do in this situation?
What should we do in this? Well, you said he's cold and he's not really responding now, right?
Yeah, just cut it off.
Yes.
All right.
100%. Yeah, cut it off. Don't beg. Don't ghost. All the above, man.
And can these freaking comments, like, damn, can y'all be nice to everyone?
Listen, it happens. But, like, moving forward, you know what not to do, though, right? Yeah, all that matters is that you're learning from every experience. That's it, and that's all. That's all that really matters.
All right.
That's it, and that's all. All right, I appreciate you hopping on.
Thank you, bye.
That's all that matters, man, is that she's learning, she's maneuvering. That's it, and that's that. She's learning and maneuvering. To be honest, I mean, I also gotta think about it. You know, when you're sleeping with people you don't know, right? You don't know this motherfucker from a can of paint, a hole in the wall, but you're gonna sleep with them. What can you really expect from somebody you don't know him from a can of paint? You see what I'm saying? You can't be too surprised. That's just what it is, but it happens. You know what I mean? I always say, like, if you want to do that, you just got to know what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them things. You just never really know what people got going on behind closed doors, what they're doing on the side. You see what I'm saying? It's just too much unknown for you to be too, you know what I'm saying? Having an expectation from them. I thought that was a guy right there, too. Yo, what's the word?
Yeah, I had a quick question.
Quick question. What's the question? How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. You grown as hell. What's good?
Yeah, so I'm trying to see your perspective on, like, long distance relationships.
Okay. Go ahead. Is there a specific scenario or?
Yeah, like, I want to know what you think about how the communication should be. And also, communication, how it should be, like, when you're, not in the same state, for one. And then, like, the traveling part, too. Like, should you get your own place when you go see him? Or should you stay with him?
Real quick. Give me a little bit. So you're in that situation right now, right?
Yeah. It's
how long have you known him?
I would say since I was like high school, but we weren't, we were just cool, but he moved for work, but he didn't really try to get to know me until
he left
recently. No, like yeah.
So when did y'all start talking?
Like, I would say a few months ago, he reached out, and we know each other through family, family friends, like, So
I've been talking for a few months.
yeah, just texting, conversating on the phone. Like he'll call every
That
day.
tells me everything I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Every single thing. That's the type of nigga he is, the type of woman you are when it pertains to how seriously you take your time, and how intentionally you're dating, how intentional he's dating, right? Tells me everything I need to know. So, all right. So when it pertains to even the fact that you have questions as to how the communication should go, right?
Yeah.
A man's job at all times, right? Whenever he's dating somebody, you set the tone for what your standards are. He leads, right? If you don't have like an understanding on communication between you and that individual, and it's been a few months since I've been talking, already telling everything like that.
Yeah, he works, y'all. He got a whole salary job.
Real quick. The fact that you're even talking to this man for a few months, right? Also tells me everything I need to know when it pertains to, you know what I mean, who's dealing with in real life, who's taking seriously, who's a priority and who isn't. Right? That's how about that. How often do you see him?
So when he first reached out to me to like, take me out on a date and stuff, he just had moved to Arizona like a week before. So he reached out, he was like, I want to get to know you, blah, blah, blah. And so he ended up flying out back to where we live. He's from here.
Real quick, just say I know that's also a dangerous game too. Like when you contact somebody right before you move, typically
he had already moved though.
No, but recently, but on a recent thing, right? It was a recency thing, right? Like he just moved.
I mean, I don't know him from a can of paint other than when he reached out to me. I just know of him because in like family groups, they church.
I'm just trying to put my live on, let them know. Like typically, it's kind of like a holding on to your last state type of thing. You see what I'm saying? Because you're in a new state.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in a new city. It's a little different. It's definitely a little bit different when you're in a new city, meeting new people. You know what I'm saying? So it's much easier to go back to what you know. But I was just letting them know that. But go ahead, continue.
Okay, so he reached out. Reached out, and I was kind of hesitant, but we ended up talking, whatever. After a week of talking, he said he booking him a flight, so he came out. We went on a date, and that was it. I went up to he took me, he picked me up, opened the door, whatever. We went on a date, and then he was only here for 24 or 48 hours. So the day he came, he was with me, and then the next day he had to catch a flight back home, and but yeah, so he'll call every day, blah blah blah, and now I'm just like, do you think it's even worth it to even talk to somebody in a different state?
The thing about it is, you're 25, right? You're not a kid. Unless are we thinking about what are we? Are we a fantasy type person or are you a reality type person?
No, I'm more of a reality because I've been through.
So we gonna let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100, right? And also, give me an exact date as to when the exact month that you started talking to this guy.
January.
January.
Yeah. So he's been asking me to come see him, and I'm like, you should, I'll fly, let me take you out and stuff, but do you want to come visit me? He asked me, would you rather me come visit you or you come out here? And I take trips all the time by my, with my best friend or by myself.
But so he was planning on flying you up?
I don't know. That's how he put it, I guess. He's like, I want you to come visit me. If you don't want to, that's fine. I will come see you.
You're not flying her ass up. But yo, so
why he not?
What?
What'd you say?
He told you to come see him.
Yeah, he said he was gonna pay for the flight. He said all that, he said all that. He's not a broke man. Like he actually has his shit together.
But when I just again, whether he has his shit together or not, I'm quite literally looking at how he's treating you and how intentional he is with you. It's already been a few months since y'all been talking. Yeah,
and I'm a busy woman. I can't just pop on a flight, and I got my own shit going on. So it's really whenever I want to do it. He's not going to just book me a flight and be like, I need you to come this weekend. No, I work too.
She's going to have to learn. Hey, listen. Go learn. I already know where his head's at. Listen.
Where his head at? You tell me the truth.
Background on me. I've been doing this for 5 years. right? Almost every day. I've seen your situation a million times. If I'm telling you it's dead, trust me, it's dead.
Dead before it even started. We ain't even like kissed or nothing.
But that's my point. There's no intention. He's grown, right? He's grown his head, right? It's
Right.
grown.
We both are.
4 months, y'all been talking. He just moved to a new state. Like you said, he already has his stuff together, correct? Right?
Right.
Right. It would be a lot.
He moved.
Think about it. You wouldn't be asking me personally about communication or what it should look like, right? Because at the end of the day, if we're long distance, communication is the most important thing, right?
Yeah, but I was just asking your opinion. We talk all the time, but I'm just asking you what you think about it because you're a man. Like I just wanted to hear your perspective.
That's why. So straight up, obviously, the communication is very much so important because especially because of the distance, right? The things that you were asking me about from the very beginning is just telling me that he's not leading on that level.
He's not what?
He's not leading on that level. Especially.
I mean, anytime we talk, it's because he initiated it. I'm not about to chase no.
He's not actually being intentional in leading. That's basically all I'm saying, bro. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not going back and forth with you asking me, right?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I understand.
And I'm just saying, I'm trying to have you not waste your time. That's it, and that's that. That's it. That's it, and that's that. I see where it's going, right? Because I've heard this too many times. It's a pattern. You don't have to listen. It's up to you. No,
I wanted to listen. That's why I asked you, like, what would be the difference? Like, what would be the green flags, not the red flags. I wanted to speak about green flags.
Well, for him, he's not being intentional. We have nothing to even.
I know, but you're saying that, but you're not explaining, like, what
we literally have nothing to work with when it pertains to him. Nothing. Zero. What do we have to work with? Give me some.
Like, explain that, because I need to know how to answer that question.
Within these past 4 months, explain to me what we have to work with when it pertains to the conversations that y'all have, the substance in the conversations.
So we talk about life, like we have real life conversations. I'm not about to sit up texting him all day. Like I have to go to work. So when we do talk, he'll ask me if he can call, and I'll be like, if I can talk, I will. If not, then yeah. And y'all keep saying 4 months. It's been like 3, but he's been out here like twice, and we go on a date every time. I'm just asking you, is it worth it to even keep entertaining this?
But what I was trying to tell you from the very beginning, that within itself, right, tells you that it's not. Because your intuition will tell you everything that you need to know. I don't got to tell you. Your intuition will. Right?
Yeah. I don't get no bad vibe from him. He's not disrespectful. Your
intuition is why you're here. Is what I'm telling you. All right, man. That's it. That's all, man. I could only say so much, But hey, let me know how that goes for you. All right, yeah, man. God damn. I'm gonna just say this right now, right? If that nigga there were to ever get in any type of trouble, right? If you were to ever get any type of trouble to where he has to go to court, right? He has to go to court, right? He has to fight. Maybe he's fighting for his life in court. He needs her by his side. He doesn't need a lawyer. He needs her. All jokes to the left. If that nigga ever goes to court for any reason, she will convince a jury that he's the right one. I damn near started. I damn near started questioning myself. I'm like, wait, am I missing something? I'm like, wait, am I saying something wrong? Like, she almost had me like, wait, have I been doing this for this? I ain't gonna lie. Hey, yo, nah, she's good though. I ain't gonna lie, she's good. She definitely needs to bring her talents. Bring that to the bar, man. What's good? What's the word? What's the word, yeah?
Yo, I'm 26 and I've been dealing with this guy. I'm a guy, by the way. Yeah, I'm a guy.
Okay.
I'm just, you know, a little gay. But I've been dealing with this dude. He be showing some mixed signals for real. I know in your videos you be saying like a guy with no mixed signals, like he not real serious. But honestly, like he real handsome. He my type, and
Okay.
we went out a couple of times. But the only thing like for me was what was a red flag is when he did invite me out, he invited his coworkers out with him, and his coworkers were at the freaking date with us. And on the date,
that doesn't make it a date then, because you gotta remember if we're talking date,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But my thing is, what he told me when he was paying for the food, he was like, he apologized and stuff like that, and he was like, oh, he didn't actually tell them that we were going on a date. He just said he had something planned at this place and they showed up.
Wait, so they just showed up?
Yeah, they showed up at that
He had
time.
something planned there.
Yeah.
He's already lying. All right, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
So after that, I asked we go outside of the freaking restaurant and stuff, and he asked me like, oh, do you want me to walk you home? I said, sir, that is on you. You can do whatever you want. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna walk this way, and you can go back. And never got a text after that. But then week later he talking about at the same time, you know, it's just I was just thinking, I was like, dang, like was it like on my end that I did something like
No. Remember, hit or miss. Listen, the main thing that we all, mentality that we all need to develop, right? There is so much going on in this dating world, and obviously the dating pool is so filled with piss. But honestly, we can't take it personally, especially when you don't know something like that. You don't know him.
For
you
real.
don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know at what point in his life you met him at, right? You have no idea. For all we know, he could have just been talking, right? So
he very immature. He younger than me. He 21 and I'm 26, and I'm like, I don't really know if this gonna work for real.
you said you're how old and he's how old?
I'm 26 and he 21.
Type shit. Nah, she trolling. Excuse me, he trolling. 100% trolling me, man. You could always tell, man. We gotta lock in, man. Let's be for real, man. Let's see.
Oh. Hello.
What's the word, yo?
Hi, how are you doing? So basically, I just recently, I've been with my ex-boyfriend now for over 3 years, and recently we kind of ran.
You got your headphones in? Yeah, take it out so we can hear you.
Wait, I don't have no headphones in. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, nah, you good. Maybe I gotta turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically I've been dating my now boyfriend. We had just recently broke up 3 years, and his parents were very religious. Like whenever I would
You're definitely still. Are you covering your mic? Make sure you're not covering your mic at all. Yeah, speak into the mic so we can hear you clearly.
Okay, can you hear me now? I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. It's just messing up.
It's all good. Yeah, take your time. Yeah, it was just a little muffled. So how old are you and how old is the guy?
So I'm 22 years old. He's 22 as well. And so basically, the recent situation that happened is I wanted to go on the trip with him out of the country, and I just finished college. He's like in college and is about to finish college in a few months. So he was staying with his parents. Like just like he don't have to struggle like through like finishing college and stuff like that, right? So whenever I would go down to see him, he lives 3 hours away from me. We would always like have a great time, but like I noticed that his parents could be overbearing. Like his mom, she's really religious, and a lot of times she would like call a lot. Whenever we were out, like she would call like every other hour, and this was like even at the beginning of our relationship. And I would tell him like, hey, like I feel like, oh no, I don't drive to him. No, he like helps me. I'm looking at the comments. I'm not trying to, but no, he would pay for everything. I wouldn't just like.
Right, it made sense to you, basically.
Yeah, like he was my boyfriend for 3 years. He took care of everything.
Right.
But the main thing was that his parents would like kind of be overbearing, and at first he would always tell me like, once I graduate and stuff like that, like it's not going to be like this forever. Like I know like they can be a little bit much, but like I would always try to focus on having a great time with him. And so recently, like I said, I wanted to go out of the country with him, and his parents. We had already planned it. He had already came down to me. Like he was down here with me, and he was with his brother and them. He was telling them like the plans and stuff, and his parents like ended up calling him, and he told them what we were about to do because he was about to come with me, and we were about to go talk with my auntie because she's a travel agent. She was putting everything together for us.
Right.
And they told him like, no, like if you like go on this trip with her, like we'll kick you out pretty much. And I was just like, I told my ex-boyfriend, like, I was like, that's like extreme. Like that's.
I was about to say, is it because it's been 3 years? So is it a matter of they don't like you as an individual, or is it just a matter of
it was for their religious beliefs? Like they literally told him that no, we believe that you guys should get married first, which me and him had already talked about marriage, and we wanted to, but I wanted to like do something like fun with him, and I didn't think that that was going to be an issue, but they literally threatened to kick him out. And of course, I was like talking with him. I never really talked to his parents face to face out of respect. I would tell them like, look, like that's kind of overbearing. Like, what I'm saying? Like the phone calls, okay, whatever.
For 3 years, you never spoke to his parents face to face, like.
Oh no, I have. No, I have. I'm sorry. Like I would meet them and stuff. Whenever I would go down, they would be very nice with me, like in my face. I never got them first.
So whenever you were gone, you'd be hearing all the backlash, essentially.
Yeah, like they would pretty much whenever they would have an issue, like they would speak through him. But whenever I was with them and stuff, like, they were very nice. We would eat dinner together. It was nice, but I would notice that they would be very overbearing. Like they have very traditional like Christian values, which I always respected, and I always felt like there's nothing wrong with that. But it was like the threatening to kick him out, and then like me and him, I'm not gonna lie, we argued about it, and I was like hurt and upset, and I told him like I feel like this is gonna be an issue when we're young. We're 22 years old. We're very responsible. I just got out of college. Like it's not like we just doing anything. You're about to get out of college. We already have plans for ourselves, and that's not okay for your parents to do that to you. Mm-hmm. And it just really hurt. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cry because this happened recently. But when he finally went back, because like I said, he lives with them. He's like, look, I'm going to try to talk to them about it and see what they say. And he ended up talking to his stepdad about it because he lives with his mother and his stepdad. And he literally told me when he was on the phone with his stepdad talking about it, because I think he was at work at the time. He was back home, but he was at work when he talked to him about it. His stepdad ended up calling like a priest or someone from their church, and they was like telling him, no, you shouldn't go on the trip. And
real quick. What's their ethnicity?
Say it one more time. Oh, black. We're both black. We're both black. Yeah. And I was just really hurt about it. And I told him, like, I've never dealt with nothing like that. My family, even though that, they believe in God as well, I do as well. They always allowed me to be free and like.
I was about to say, what did they know about your family in the background? I mean.
Oh yeah, they did. I mean, whenever I would talk to them, they knew like I wanted to go to law school, all of that. They would congratulate me. He came down even to my graduation, like with my family. To, like,
I'm just assuming she's saying she's African American. That's.
oh yeah, I am African American. I'm sorry, I'm not really looking at the comments like that. I am now, but yes, I'm African American, guys. Like I'm from Memphis. But yeah, like I mean, I'm just really hurt about it. And pretty much after his just going back to the conversation with his stepdad, after they had that conversation, he like pretty much was telling me like, I'm gonna have to, do what they say and stuff. And like I said, I would never want him to like lose out on his place. I want it to be fair, but I told him like I'm still hurt about this because like I feel like there's other people like looking at our relationship and that's not fair. We've been more than respectful. I mean, he was a great son. Like he helped him with bills. Like he's not like, I don't date just
is there an actual legitimate reason as to why they didn't want him to go on that vacation with you? Like, what was the exact?
No, the exact reason that they told him was that we want you guys to get married first before you go, and that's like a sin, and we don't want you guys to have premarital relations, and no one's there to supervise you. And I told him, I said, look, that's like a overbearing. Like I respect their opinions and stuff like that, but to threaten to kick you out and like it just like
yeah. I'm thinking to myself because like even when he was at school, she was at doing her school. Her traveling over to him.
I know it sounds bizarre, but it's like a true story. Like I'm not making this up. I really don't care. Like I said, I appreciate those being respectful in the comments, but I wouldn't make nothing like this up. That was
because I'm really just trying to put it together too. Because I'm like, wait, because you used to go ahead and visit him while he was on campus, right? And they weren't.
Like when I would go down to where he lived, like I said, he would like buy like my seat ticket and all that to like visit him. He took care of like all of that. We were always like respectful, but his family is very religious. His mother is very religious, and like I said, like it just hurt my like feelings and stuff, and like
But you gotta also remember, I would say this, right? Because you could only do so much from your position, right? Let me emphasize this: you could only do so much from your position, right? It's one of them things where at 22, if you are getting, if you're given ultimatums by your parents, basically saying if you go on vacation, we're willing to kick you out the house, right? You can't necessarily do anything about that. There's not much you can do. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't necessarily hold your entire life, you know what I'm saying, back to where you can't even go certain places or spend a certain amount of time with your partner because his parents are telling him so on and so forth, and he can't even do nothing about what his parents are saying, right? So, real quick, yeah. Where is he from?
He's based like in Nashville. I'm just say that. So they're like in Nashville. I'm in Memphis. So he was 3 hours away. That's how we were always able to see each other. We were long while. And I met him on campus at first at my school. So he went to my school originally. Like we met in the library. Like it happened naturally. I wasn't looking, but it was beautiful. Like our relationship was good, and I just felt like I don't know.
So who ended up? Because you said it's your ex. Who ended it?
He did. So basically, after he talked to me, he was just like, like, yeah, I gotta, like, I don't know if it's him when they like called the police. I don't know, but he was just like, repeating what his stepdad was saying. It was just like, yeah, like, like what we've been doing isn't right and all of that. And I'm just like, they were like,
oh, so he agrees. Okay, so he agrees.
Yeah, like at first, and it worked because when we were first talking about it, he wasn't. He was just like, no, like they are being overbearing. I do want to go on this trip with you. And then it's like he just changed his mind randomly, and I just felt like, if he felt like that, like, I'm sorry.
No. Essentially what had happened was he ended up, he was a certain type of way for the 3 years, and then he switched it. So that's kind of why she feels the way she did, which is valid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. That is weird.
It's weird, and I've never been through something like this. Like, it's very weird. It's very weird. And I told him that, and he would always agree. Like, whenever I would bring it up to him, because I've never been the one to be silent about the weirdness, I would tell him, in private. I was like, hey, like that's a little much. But it kind of went to the extreme once, like, he wanted to go on the trip with me. It's like they were trying to prevent him to do it, and they was threatening to kick him out. Then we both got upset with each other because I'm just like, Gabriel, like, I'm sorry for saying names, but that was just too much. And it just, I mean, it hurt a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's definitely one of them situations. But I would say, believe it or not, I always say this, right? And this is what you need to remember. This is the advice I give you. Not every person that we will come across, however long that relationship, however long the experience is going to be for us, right? That's impossible, right? Hence the reason why the divorce rates are skyrocketing. Hence the reason why, we see the world is the way it is. But you also have to understand, like, you got to think about you too, though, right? It's not all about him and his parents and how they think and how he thinks, right? You got to bring it back to you now real quick. How do you think? What's more beneficial for you? You see what I'm saying? You're only 22 years old. You just hit your 20s.
Yeah.
You got to start thinking about the reality. This is still your story. It is still your life, right? Not theirs, not his. You know what I mean? They can't dictate that. If his family, or if he feels as though maybe, y'all aren't equally yoked, right? Maybe you're not the one for him. Fine. You were never married to this individual. Yeah, obviously you and this individual never had kids. You see what I'm saying? It's very much so a learning experience. Look at it that way.
Yeah, you're right.
Look at it that way. Obviously, how you feel right now is valid, right? I'm not going to take that away from you to any degree. Nobody can tell you how to feel, right? But try your absolute best to stay in reality, right? It's an experience. You learn from it, right? They don't dictate your life.
Yeah.
Sit in that song. Just keep that. What is your story?
You're right. Like, I appreciate you for giving me advice. Like, I'm trying to get through it, but it literally happened a week ago. So it's like,
I understand that.
And the reason that he gave me, like, when he broke up with me, he was just upset about what I said in the argument. Like, I was upset. And I was just like, look, like, I feel like you're not being strong-willed with your parents. Like, you're saying, like, the other day you're just saying you love me, you care about me. Now you're saying this. And then he was just saying, like, you don't deserve to, like, deal with this and stuff. And, like, he's right. Like,
Let me ask you a quick question. Do you feel, when it pertains to, ideally what you want your future husband to be, in terms of him making his own decisions, him leading, is that what you want? Is that the type of, right? Right, let's think about it, right? It takes two people to really get into a healthy, strong relationship, right? Or for that to continue, right? You can't have one person in their family and then you, right? It has to be you and that individual. Always remember that. In order for anything in this world to work, it has to be you and that individual coming together, making it make sense. Once it becomes you and then him and the family and then him and his friends and then, or maybe him and then you and your friends and family, it never works that way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Not much you can do there. So I would definitely say that, keep it strong, man. Take it easy. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I mean. Take it day by day. Right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, it's just my first time dealing with this, but I'm trying
That's understandable.
Better with this. It's like, I've been with him for 3 years. He's always been, like, to me, like, a headstrong person. It's like, dang, you did a whole 360. Like, you never said stuff like that. And I don't know if it's his fears of his parents' beliefs, but also, like, that's him too.
As long as you know it ain't your fault, though. Right? Remember, that's the most important thing. As long as you know it ain't, don't take it personally, right? Never, especially when it comes to young relationships, ever take it personally, right? There's plenty of people in this live right now that will tell you they were in your position at some point. They had to get over it at some point, and now 9 times out of 10, there was somebody that's much better, that understands them a lot more, right? But they wouldn't have gotten to where they are now if they didn't go through what they went through back then. It's always it's a story. It's a process. That's that.
Yeah.
All right.
You're right. Thank you.
I appreciate you having on, Mom.
All right. Thank you so much.
Always, it's a lesson, man. Let's see. For sure, her mind's in the right place, so. You know what I'm saying? She'll definitely give it a feel. Let's get Kayla up here.
Hi.
You were, man.
So I met a guy, and I just want to clarify everything. I'm in college, by the way, so I'm a sophomore.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 19.
21 plus, y'all. 21 plus live. But nah, lock in the school, man. Make sure you don't change your major. Because that's how them colleges be getting us. Right? It's freshman, sophomore year, we change our major. Next thing you know, we need that whole extra year. And we gotta pay more. Make sure you lock it in, Kayla. Don't change that major. Alright, man. Let's get you. Yeah, let's see. That's the most important thing, man. What's good? What's the word?
Hi, how are you?
Doing alright, man. What's going on?
I'm good. I have 2 questions. Do you take like personal advice type of thing, or is like a one-on-one situation?
One-on-ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. The link for that's in my bio. I do personal one-on-ones. I do one-time one-on-ones. I do weekly one-on-ones. If you want that, you can explore. You go to my link. It says explore plans. I do weekly. Yeah, do one. It doesn't matter. The link for that's in my bio. It says one-on-one there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So the other question is, I grew up in a 2-parent household.
Real quick, how old
and I'm 27.
27.
Yeah. Okay. So I grew up in a 2-parent household, and I love, seeing my parents love. And, they have their ups and downs and everything. So, something happened where I realized that I should have left sooner than later. For some reason, I couldn't. It wasn't cheating or anything, but it was just more so to the point where it led to my parents being disrespected. And
disrespected your parents?
My parents being disrespected.
Yeah,
not by me.
Wait. Because I might be a little bit lost.
Okay.
We're talking about you and another individual, right? Like, are we talking about you?
It's yes, but the advice that I wanted to ask, it's more so like a personal growth type of thing, if that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to ask, so basically, for the situation, it wasn't cheating, but it did lead to my parents being disrespected. And I'm a type of person where I don't like people around me being disrespected, such as my parents. So with the situation happened, I explained it to my friends, and they told me, to leave it up to God, which I understand. But now for me, how can I, whether it's a relationship or a friendship, how can I leave someone without feeling bad or feeling some type of way or like guilt or anything? Because
feeling bad or feeling something, you're a human being, not a robot. You have feelings, right? So you may feel some type of way, but it's really not necessarily about that. It's about valuing your time, right? Mm-hmm. It's like standards above feelings, right? How you were raised above feelings. Like, these are the values above feelings. So it's not necessarily not feeling bad. You're gonna feel bad, but what's more important when it pertains to your time? That's kind of how you got to look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but the thing. Okay, so during that situation, right? Whether if it's a friend, like, how do I get to that point? Because I was a type back then where I was a people pleaser, right? And I couldn't say no. But then I moved past that where I can now say no about a situation where I don't feel comfortable with. But now I'm trying to maneuver to a point where it's like now I have to leave a situation before it gets worse.
Well, to be specific, this person disrespected your...
Yeah, this person said something and it lead to my parents being disrespected. Yes, and I
still with him.
no,
Okay. So
I'm
you're
not.
done with that individual, though.
Huh?
You're done with that individual.
Yeah. I'm done with that individual. But it's just like I don't want that to happen again because my parents is really important, and I don't like to bring anybody to my parents' house where that's just I have to, before bringing any type of friend or any type of boy, whatever, to my parents. I don't want to like.
It sounds like you went about it the right way. Though you got rid of him when he did what he did. At the end of the day, you can't necessarily avoid. You can't control what people do. You can't tell the future, right? We could only control what we do when things come in front of us, right? When things happen. So if you've already developed the point, you've already gotten to the point where, like you say, you're no longer a people pleaser, right? Values over feelings. Then you're on the right track. But you just gotta live life, let things happen, and react. You see what I'm saying? That's what's important. That's the most important thing. But like I said, we can't read minds. We can't just we can't dictate what type of people come into our lives. That's impossible. That's
Okay. All right. Okay. That's it. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you hopping on.
No problem. All right. Bye.
My boy Shebo. What's the word, my boy? It's my guy, man. Hey, bro, I'm about to be back in Jersey real soon. I'm gonna get up with you. I'm in Jersey at the end of the month. Well, that's where niggas was from, man.
Hello.
What's good?
So my ex ended up cheating on me for like a few months.
Okay, give me some background. How old are you and how old is the ex?
21, he's 29.
21 and 29. Wait, hold on.
Yeah. So he was cheating on me for a few months, and then he tried to give me a promise ring. He got mad at me that I wouldn't accept it. And like 2 weeks later, he got on, I guess, a dating app, met this person, and then he moved in with them like a month later.
And how old is that individual?
20. The individual
What did
that he cheated on me with?
Yeah.
26 is what she told me.
So I'm glad y'all see I don't lie. Right? Right? When you see somebody dealing with, you're 21,
I'm not trying to lie.
29, they're toying with you.
Yeah.
They don't see you as an equal. There's no way. I always want everybody to see that, right? Because I always think in my head, bro, if you can find somebody that's pretty that's 21, you 29, you can find somebody that's pretty that's 25, pretty that's 27, pretty that's 28. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking, it has to be a control, an ego thing right there, right? 9 times out of 10. I always say that. Placeholders.
Basically, the girl told me that I had an attitude problem was the reason why he broke up with me, and that they might be like better for each other because they can communicate or blah blah, like all this stuff making me feel bad.
He was a little girly, essentially. The new girl that he's with told her that the reason why he got rid of her is because she had an attitude problem, right? And whatever other reason, but that she.
But really, I didn't even have an attitude problem. I was really just hurt because, like, why would you, like, lie? Like, why would you cheat on me for months and months and have dating apps looking for love when we're together? And so you're getting mad about my reaction, but it really wasn't really an attitude problem.
Somebody said. They the worst. But the thing about it is, the women that do shit like that, they don't understand. Like, even especially the guys seeing them do it, it gets wicked. Look, even if the guy is watching her come at what's your name? Pen? Come at, right? Even if he's watching it, now he knows that he has in his mind another fool. Right?
I don't think she's a fool. I think she's mature.
No, no, no,
more
no,
than
no, no,
me.
no. She's foolish. Trust me. Right? Because if she found out that he was doing what he was doing to you, even messing with you, you being 21, and she's still there, she's even a. I don't even want to tell you who she is.
But she defends him, like believes him more than like me and stuff. Like she literally don't believe me at all. Like yeah, I went to a mental hospital because I didn't want to like. It was like he hurt me so bad. Like I just went to a mental hospital. He was like, yeah, like you're just not right for him. Like you're crazy. You're mental. Like he doesn't want to be with you no more.
I think the point that what I want everybody to get from this, right? If you believe that you're going to be the exception to somebody's behavior, think again. I'm gonna say this again. I really want everybody to listen to this. The women that get done the absolute worst are the ones who genuinely.
I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling. This is like I'm not trolling.
Just maybe because you're older, maybe because they feel like they're prettier, maybe because they feel like they got more money. Who knows what the reason is, right? But the minute they start thinking that, and the guy sees that, it gets really wicked. Well, go ahead. Well, what question do you have for me, though? What question do you have for me?
I don't know how to mentally, physically, emotionally get over that. Like he just used me for.
Well, first of all, no contact, right? You have to never speak to them again. Don't speak to her. Don't speak to him, right? But it takes time. Like you're only 21 years old. You have the rest of your 20s ahead of you. Just just be a little bit more careful next time as to who who you decide to associate with. Especially, you're not gonna be messing with no more 28, 29-year-olds, right?
Yeah, I just, I feel like I just feel guilty every day because, like, maybe it really was my fault.
You're young. You're young. Now, don't let, because you see, the guilt within itself will do more damage than whatever the hell he did to you. This is what people don't understand. The guilt and the regret does a lot more damage than whatever the hell that person did. So, but you have to recognize that, right? Don't put too much on, because you don't want the real, because that's the real damage. You don't want to keep doing that to yourself over and over and over and over again because you'll stress yourself out, right? About something that you're gonna move on from anyways. You're gonna stress yourself out, blame yourself for this, that, and the third for somebody that was never for you to begin with.
I just don't want, like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just don't want them to like be together. I don't want it to work out. So, because it doesn't make any. You don't deserve to be happy after you just wrecked my life.
Pen, I understand I understand how you feel, right? And I want to be a millionaire tomorrow, right? You know what I'm saying? We can only deal with what we can control, right? Right? Mm-hmm. So let's focus on what we can control. Let's not look at them. Let's look at you. How you can heal and how you can move forward, right? That's the best.
Even though I didn't cause the hurt, I got to heal on my own.
Yeah, you're gonna have to heal. We gotta pick ourselves up, man.
Okay.
All right, we gotta pick ourselves up, man. All right, take it easy.
All right, bye.
All right, Pen, man. Yeah, y'all know, bro. Listen, y'all understand. There's a few different types of relationship advice givers. There's niggas that do this shit because they're egotistical and they want validation from women and they want to pander. Those are the ones that are typically mean on purpose, right? Then there are people who just do this because they're genuine. It's not about money. They just want to help people. That's it and that's all. You kind of tell by the delivery. So that's just what that is. That's why I be saying KB Jr. is this, KB Jr. is that, because they ain't doing this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas doing this shit for views and women validation. Shit, man. Let's see. What's the word? I got Sadia next. I got her next. I got her after this person. What's good?
Okay, so I have a question. So basically, I told my boyfriend recently that he asked me about my past or whatever, and I told him basically like I had a sugar daddy and my sugar daddy done proposed to me, but I turned it down.
Oh. How old are you and how old is the guy?
Okay, so my boyfriend is about to turn 28 next week, and I'm 25.
25.
And my sugar daddy was 69. That's here nor there. So it seemed like right after I told him that, I don't know that if he reacted to the sugar daddy or the fact that he proposed to me. But it's like I be wanting to, like, basically I've been in my head about asking him, like, it just seemed okay. When I told him we was on FaceTime, right? So it just seemed like his reaction was like a light bulb, and it's like I want to say it seemed like he done stepped up right after I had told him that. And it's like I've been fearing to ask him, like, what was his real reaction of like what's.
So prior to you telling him that you had a sugar daddy that proposed, he wasn't really moving with a sense of urgency. After you told him that, you noticed a
shift. Yeah, it wasn't like he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was doing the usual, manners and
but it made like
doing gentleman things. But it just seemed like the bare minimum. I'm gonna just basically put it like that. Like he was doing like bare minimum, even though it wasn't like, oh, no guy never. No, obviously, like, you gotta come through or come correct, or you up out of here. So like right after that, it just seemed like it just. Yeah, so I just want to understand from a guy perspective of like, how does a guy feels when they find out that the girl that they with right now?
It could go one of two ways. And I ain't gonna lie, situations like that could go literally one of two ways. It's like either like you said, they up the action because now they realize that maybe there have been people in the past that really, pursued you on that level. Maybe they never saw you like that prior. Right, so it's like, damn, now I got to do this before so on and so forth happens, right? Or it could go the other way where it's like, nigga, why is you even telling me that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't catch my drift. But I would say, at this point in time, don't even ask too many questions because, until you see, dropping, yeah, you know what to do. If that person decides that they want to stop pursuing you, how they're pursuing you now, then you know it's not real. Right, focus on that. How they're pursuing you now. If that person decides to stop. Maybe what he's doing now is just for a time period. Now you will know that what he can do, but what he chooses not to do. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So he has the potential to do 1, 2, 3, but you see what I'm saying? So just gotta let it rock.
All right,
man. Hey, I can appreciate you hopping on, man.
Alrighty.
You say he's definitely gonna cheat. Hey, man. You mad late, man. I'm literally about to do like 1 or 2 more and I'm sliding. Yo. What's the word?
All right.
Somebody tell her keep the money and don't give it to him. Wait, what? She ain't tell you nothing about no money. What's good?
Ooh. All right. So I'm trying to figure out if my man's cheating or no. So last time I went to his house.
Real quick, how old are you, yeah?
I'm 20.
That nigga's 100% cheating. I ain't gonna lie. 100%. You ain't gotta ask too many questions. Hold up. Let's get Karma up here. Yo, what's the word, man?
Hi. Okay, so I'll preface this by saying I'm 22. The individual who I'm speaking on is also 22.
Okay.
But I'm not here to really, shit on his name or anything like that. But I have been talking to this person for like a month now. Mm-hmm. And last year I was in like a back and forth relationship where it was just a lot of break up, get back together, break up, get back together. And, officially we called it quits because I was over it.
Wait, this is with a different person, correct?
Yeah, this is with a different person, this is with a completely different person. Yes, for sure. And so I guess that relationship kind of left me, it was hard, coming back from that breakup was hard, obviously. Mm-hmm. And now I've been talking to this person for like a month and everything is good. Like I don't have any red flags about this person. There's nothing concerning with him. I feel like he does everything right, in my opinion. Mm. But realistically, I think...
In terms of what?
In terms of like courting, like we go out on dates, we see each other pretty often. The communication is good. I feel like intentions are clear. And I know that his intent is to date me, but I think more so it's me. And I think that
I was about to ask you. Are you are you sure you're healed from the the year on and off situation that you had going on? Like,
and you see that's what, but like that, me and that individual, sorry, I have the hiccups. Me and that individual, we were actually dating. Like it wasn't like a situationship. We were together.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that still is going to take a toll on you. So I was asking if you're sure you're healed.
Yes, and that's that's where I'm getting to, where it's like I don't think that this guy has bad intentions, but I think that I am at a place where I don't know, like I don't want to say I don't trust him, but it's hard for me to want to give myself to another person and my feelings and put myself on the line and things of that nature for another person, just to kind of put my feelings on the line to be shit on again.
Right.
But I don't think that that's his intention, and I don't want to make him come off as a bad person.
It's fair.
If that makes sense. And I don't want to obviously waste his time either.
Yeah, you're not healed from a situation that's also fair, right? Because of what happened to you before, and it's recent. This is why we always say take a little bit of break, because you're not a robot. Like there's no way. Like nothing I'm saying to you right now is gonna separate you from anybody else, right? But at the end of the day, once we go through things, right? We go through certain things, however traumatic it is. If you don't take time for real, it's gonna show up in whatever relationship that we have or we try to get into next. That's just what it is, and that's that. Now I'm gonna ask you, if he were to come up, let's say for instance, right? He got on this live. So it's not you, it's him. And he tells me every single thing you just told me. She's a great girl. She looks like she's ready. You know what I mean? Like, she got all the tools. But I had got out of a relationship last year and it was super toxic. It was back and forth. I was in this person did so on and so forth to me. I feel some type of way about this person. What do I do? Even though like this, this girl, she's really good. She's nice. She's everything that I need. But, I'm not fully sure if I'm ready. What would you want me to say to him?
I want you to tell him to not talk to me no more.
To get away from you, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Now, the golden rule that we all learn when we were younger, right? Treat people how you want to be treated. Mm-hmm. You don't think it's gonna have to apply here?
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Or do you want to keep the toxic cycle?
No, never. I'm not. No, because my last relationship, that was my first. So the breakup was very. It was a lot. And there was a lot of back and forth, unnecessary back and forth that I shouldn't have done or shouldn't have allowed, I should say. So like talking to someone and his intentions being clear and everything, I would never want to waste his time if I'm not 100% there. Because he seemed like he's a very good individual. But you
gotta point to yourself though. Remember, whenever you deal with people, the on and off toxic, there's a piece of you that you kind of lose it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta become whole again before you get associated with anybody and for it to make sense for you and the other person.
For sure.
That's it, and that's all. Just remember, you're a human being, not a robot.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, I appreciate you having on. All right. Y'all see me trying to fix the dating pool. y'all see me trying to fix the dating pool, because if she leaves that nigga there on, right? Could you imagine what he gonna do to the next girl he comes across? Right? Y'all gotta help me a little bit. Oh man. Yeah, I know this shit gets wicked, man. You're gonna be a super villain, exactly. Never ending cycle, it never end. Let's see. One more before I tuck it, man.
Oh no, I don't want to be your last one because I talked to you last time and I feel like you were getting on me. But I just have an update.
I was getting on you. What was update?
So I was talking to you about the Q that I was talking to in college. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
You remember? Okay. So the update is he was telling me like I was telling you, apparently his grandmother passed away, and that's why he was kind of being distant. So he went to the funeral, like he posted about it, so I know like he actually did go to a funeral. It was apparently on Monday, but he ended up sending me a text. He's like I ended up telling him on that weekend. I said, "Oh, like I really don't appreciate how you called me gang. Like I get you were upset about me not talking to you or something, but telling me." Appreciate you, gang, when I told you happy birthday.
You are gang. I'm confused.
I'm not his gang.
Yes, you are, bro. Not only that, but you moving like it too. Your mentalities, like I swear to God, take it from me. Because I've come across people like you in my own personal life. Yo, pinky promise. Look. This not even me talking from a perspective. No, all jokes to the left. Real, all jokes to the left. Look, I'm not even coming from a perspective where I do this every day. I talk to them every day, right? I'm coming from a perspective where I've seen you in real life. You are gang. What the fuck?
But how though? Like how?
How you think and how you move?
And see, somebody said in the comments.
The thing is about you specifically. You're not foolish. You're willingly delusional. Like you're not doing it because you have to be. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you're doing it because fuck it, for the plot. So if you could already see 1, 2, 3, and you keep going for 1, 2, 3, right? And you're letting him know that you see it, and you're still going for it. Of course you're gang. You're not serious. Like what? You even said it yourself. You're not serious.
Oh my God.
You could, bro. Come on. You even convinced me last time that I still have other men, even though you was on here complaining about him. Yeah,
but still.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that though. Like, how does he know that? See, that's what I'm saying. He does not know that.
If I can see within a 10-minute conversation, you don't think you known you for however long? You don't think he can see it?
I guess he can.
What the hell? And it's crazy because we have the aspirations for the same occupation. So I'm sure he sees it.
No. So, well, basically, I told him that, and he says, "Oh, like he's like, I'm really sorry for saying that." Like he just literally, you will not believe what he said. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like I shouldn't have said that. I wasn't trying to feel at all. Everything is just moving so fast. I'm grieving right now." And I was like, "What the hell? Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I understand he's grieving. My dad passed away a few years ago. I'm not ever gonna use that as an excuse to sit there and say, oh, like, I'm grieving. Like, I don't know." So he ended up asking me when he got back to see me yesterday. So we were on campus today. He's like, "Oh, where are you? Like, I want to see you."
Yeah, you answered, didn't you?
No, look, I didn't answer this time. He kept asking me, where am I at? So I said, you know what? I got to practice some self-constraint. I'm going to go home and not worry about him. Oh. But I did call him and he's like, oh, he didn't answer for like a few hours. He's like, oh, like I was sleeping when you called me. So to me, it seemed like even if I did end up going over there, he was going to make up an excuse. So I was on the phone with him for not even 5 minutes and he says, oh, my brother is calling me. But his phone is on Do Not Disturb. So I'm like, if your brother is calling you, how would you even see it? So my thing is like, I am trying to cut him off because I told him, I'm like, after you called me gang, I'm sorry, but I was not fucking with it anymore. Like, I'm done talking to you.
That's where you draw the line. This nigga has cheated.
I'm sorry.
Look at how he cheated you. That's where you draw the line at gang. I would be confused if I was him. After all that I done did and I done did to you within these past, you're drawing it at gang? Good God. Nah, you can't be. You're trolling me. You've been gang. He been treating you like worse than gang, realistically. But
no.
Yes.
No.
He been treating you like I could do whatever I want with her whenever I feel like it without no real commitment type of girl. Anyways, yo, all jokes to the left though.
So you think I should just block him? Honestly, like.
Oh, for your own mental health because you're confusing yourself.
I am confused. Like I literally don't even know what to do.
For your own health. For your own
anymore.
Health. Nah, for your own health. Trust me. I'm not gonna lead you astray. If there's anybody you need to not be speaking to at this point in time,
it's him.
Yeah. Very, very simple, bro. Doc?
All right. Well, thank you.
Appreciate you having on, man. I'm up 2 subs. I appreciate the 2 subs. Yeah, I got today, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's real. Let's see. That's game for real. No, you know, man. One more. Yeah, one more. Cause we already had her. Yeah, it's 8:09. Yeah. It was good. Oh, already offline. We might not have any more, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That might be what's good?
Hey, so I'm 21.
Are you connected to your car?
Oh, I'm connected to my AirPods, right?
Yeah, go disconnect it real quick.
Okay, so hey, I'm 21 and I just recently got broken up with.
Well, how did that happen?
2 months ago. And, I've just been having I just want some advice in general because it was a pretty long relationship. We had been together since 18 and we're 21 now. So it was 2.5 years, 3 years. And it was a really hard breakup. He broke up with me the week of Valentine's.
On the week of Valentine's.
Yeah, Valentine's was on Friday, and he broke up with me on Sunday.
He was talking to other people. What happened there?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because it was just.
Remember, he's young, and you also got to think about it. He can't. Yeah, she was a girlfriend, right? Whoever he was talking to, he was gonna have to pursue her, and pay for her, and pay for the girlfriend.
Oh no, I was the girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You, I'm giving it to them. I'm letting them know how
Okay, someone commented that he didn't want to get me a gift. So
but I'm trying to tell y'all that's typically because you gotta think about it. There's so many different times he could have done that, right? Realistically, you can do it on the week before Valentine's Day. Y'all cannot sit here and tell me there's nothing behind that at all.
Oh, and that's not even the worst part because he broke up with me on Sunday. Valentine's Day was on Friday, and on Monday was our anniversary.
Wait, and the Monday, you said the Monday was wait. And the Monday after that was the anniversary.
Yeah.
Good God, yeah, no, he's wicked.
Yeah, and I had gotten him the gift and everything. I had literally gotten him everything. Yeah, someone commented with his new girl. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought because he was so confusing about it because he was you can still talk to me and everything because it was a really long relationship and everything. And then he literally told me that the day he broke up with me, and the day after I started texting him because I had had a really bad sleep, and he told me that I could text him. So I texted him and he was like, yeah, no contact. Don't text me. Don't talk to me. And I was so confused about it because, we had been together for so long. And yeah, it was super hurtful.
Nah, see, the thing is, he probably, when you get put in a position like this as a woman, it's gonna catch you off guard. Typically, women are the ones who end things. We all know that, right? So when you're in a situation where the guy's ending shit, for one, it's for sure a big dub, right? But it could catch you off guard, right? Especially at that time. What's the question you have now, though?
Okay, so the question kind of is because I've been having a really hard time because I want it's not that I necessarily want to date, but I kind of want to socialize a little bit.
Don't date now.
No, I'm not dating. No, trust. I don't want to date. I just have a lot of trust issues now because he did very dirty after that.
And you're in a vulnerable position, so. The reason why you don't date is because that's like a shark swimming around and he smells blood. Literally, what that is. When a girl is in a vulnerable position and she feels like she's gonna hop on a date, I'm not saying that's what you're doing, right? I'm just telling them she wants to go date other people, hop on that dating app, go on Instagram, do this, that, and the third. It's easy to tell. It's too easy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've definitely been I would say I've been silent in the sense that I've been a little bit to myself, just hanging out with myself, keeping on the grind and everything. And he's just been crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's he's been all posting.
Well, and why are you watching him?
No, it's not that. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, I'll give you that. I am kind of watching it, but it's just because it makes me laugh. It's funny to me. No. Yeah, it is my first relationship. Someone asked. It wasn't, sorry, it wasn't my first relationship, but it was definitely my first like adult serious relationship.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say was, you can convince yourself that he's doing this, that, and the third. It's not gonna necessarily take away from what he did to you specifically. Which is why I'm telling you, you watching him and lying to yourself that you're happy about whatever the hell is going on, however much he's posting, is only making your situation worse because you know it doesn't actually matter, right? You know what really matters behind closed doors, at your core, is what he did to you, right? So don't try to sit here and lie and convince yourself that he's doing bad, so on and so forth, because it's gonna keep bringing it up. You're not even helping yourself. You see what I'm saying? Your best bet is literally out of sight, out of mind.
Someone said that I'm going to be back with him. I don't think I'm going to be back with him. He's done like a lot of dirty things to me, like after the fact. And just, we had bought in some concert tickets together, and he had like paid for it, but I paid for my ticket to him. And then after the fact, he just sent me the money, and he didn't even talk to me about like the ticket or anything. He just sent the money back. And but my advice, the advice that I want is like how, like I don't want to date right now, but how can I because I don't want to isolate myself because of my trust issues. So how can I move on from those trust issues and all of those issues?
Well, it's gonna take time, the healing, right? But first of all, like I said, the no contact is the first thing. So you're skipping steps. You're still watching him and convincing yourself that this, that, and the third, that he's gonna do this and he's going to do that, right? So that's not even helping your case within itself, right? So you got to go no contact. Stop watching him. But again, time, man. That's what I was really just trying to tell you. You're not necessarily gonna be isolating yourself. I mean, I'm sure you still have friends, right? Family. You can talk to, but when it pertains to guys, though, just take it easy on them, right? Because, like I said, it's very obvious when you're vulnerable. It's very obvious when you're thinking about other people. And some niggas, when they come across that, they'll notice it, but they won't get rid of you. They'll just use you for it, right? They'll see where your head is at, your mentality, see that you might not be over somebody else, and still get what they want from you. So, just take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Don't do too much. Communicate with friends, family, and that's it. And that's all. Make money, do your thing, new hobbies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're pushing. I mean, your life ain't ending there. I mean, you're 21. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to it.
Yeah, it's definitely that's one of the things that scares me the most because I'm very him and probably 4 other people were my only friends. So it's hard to not want to isolate myself even more. So I've just been trying to.
It's recent. Remember, it's recent though. Give yourself a chance. It's still recent. Give it more time though. I see what you're saying. He was a big part of your friend group, but it's still a little bit recent. That's why it's still affecting you the way it is. So just give it a little bit more time. Keep taking it easy. Keep locking in on yourself. There is no going back to that type of situation, and that's fine. All right.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you to all the comments. They're really nice. Thank you.
I appreciate you helping on, man. Well, man, y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Listen, if anybody needs weekly sessions with me, the plan for that is on my the link is in my bio. Just click one-on-one, click the link tree. You already know how to get to me. If you want to book a one-time booking, you could also do that. Link for that's in my bio. I will be available. Yeah. Now make sure y'all follow me on here because for some odd reason, whenever I go live on here, but TikTok is doing me wrong. I'll be losing followers. So make sure y'all follow me on here, right? Click the follow button. Follow me on Instagram at PrettyBoyKayb. I post on there as well. Look out for my content. Keep tagging me in content. Shout out to Blue Skies, right? Because she be tagging me all my content. I ain't gonna lie, you're so real for that. That's it and that's all, man. Y'all take it easy, man. All right, y'all.